Yeah, the better you feel about yourself, the more you close.
Yeah.
Cool.
The other thing
So,
I was
yeah,
visualizing was just having him in my group. Like, do
yeah,
I think this guy would be a good fit in my group? Yes. He would be fun to work with. Yes, I can help him.
dude, totally. Um, I mean, that's one thing that Josh preaches, obviously my mentor. Just like visualizing them giving you their credit card, joining your group, being awesome clients, getting results,
Yeah.
giving you referrals. Like you can really go far with that. And
Right.
the night before you're like when you're going to sleep, if you like what I do is I schedule out my week with all my calls. I'm like, okay, tomorrow I have these people at these times. Here are their names. I visualize them showing up, and not only showing up, but showing up and being like excited, being good. They want to sign up. They have the money to sign
Mhm.
up. They pay in full. And they're like, awesome. I'm like,
Yeah.
uh, it's weird, but it helps. It definitely helps.
Fun. Also, Katie was in the next room on a client success call with one of our plumbers, and I
Yep.
heard her go, "Woohoo, that's awesome." So I knew they just had a win,
Yeah.
and they just closed like a $2,300 deal off of $400 of ad spend. So it's like reinforces like this works,
Nice.
because there's such a roller coaster of emotion. Like last month, we only closed one client, so we're like, fuck, losing money doing this and blah blah blah. And then, it's like, oh yay, new client, new win. So
Yeah, dude, the roller coaster of entrepreneurship and sales. The
right.
other thing is like I'm about to load up your call here. The question is, are you letting it seep into your sales calls? Having
Right.
these droughts, these ruts, these slow periods. So
Hmm.
we're about to find out.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what our connection was at CSE.
So this call is from today.
Yeah, just got off it 2 minutes ago.
Ah, okay.
You.
It was the skydiving club.
That's right. That's right. I was going back through. I was in your LinkedIn. I was like, it wasn't construction management.
Yep.
Did you ever? When was the last time you jumped?
So, it's been a while. I did a tandem as part of the club back
Yeah.
in it was like 2015. But
Yeah.
this summer I'm going on a trip to Hawaii and I plan on doing another tandem skydive in Hawaii.
Hell
So
yeah.
that'll be fun.
Nice. That's cool. Awesome, man. Somebody actually messaged me on Facebook about that the other day. They're like, "Are you still running this club?" I was like, "I haven't been
No,
in college in years, man."
yeah.
So cool, man. Well, hey, I've got 45 minutes set aside for us to dive into what you got going on. Should we just jump right in?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to go deep on what's going on with your business as a fitness trainer right now. We're going to see what's working and what's not. And the goal of this call is to see that what you're looking to accomplish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, uh, hopefully these guys don't just start talking about skydiving for the next 5 minutes, dude. I'm gonna lose my mind. But that was good. It wasn't like too long. I mean, it is what it is.
Is aligned with what I do on Instagram. And
Okay.
if it is, I'll walk you through all the details of exactly what that looks like at the end of the call, and then you can decide if that's something you want to move forward with or not. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So, in your opinion, what is the biggest challenge growing the business right now?
Um, yeah, just
Yeah, I always say it, but like that, like it's the one question you want to have good tonality. In your opinion, what's the biggest challenge that you're having growing your business right now? You know what I mean? But so Jacob,
I guess it's getting um, getting more clients and getting those clients to be at my ideal times that work best for me, which is, um, like week or like during the week, not the weekend, and like, just during the not after school hours. Because
Okay,
a lot of the clients that I've had the most success gaining are either kids or just people that only want to work out on the weekend or after school, and
okay.
that's not
And
ideal.
tell me more about.
hmm, okay. First thing, recapping. Uh, so what is his biggest, like, what is the challenge? Getting more clients, but at the right time. So it's interesting why, like, why is that a problem? But we want to make sure that we're like framing the conversation so that we have like you and him are both clear of like what we're going to be, you know, what we're going to be data gathering on. Okay, so you're not getting enough clients. Let me actually just go back through this because I was kind of half messaging a guy here. Where to go here? Oh, too far. Here it is. Getting more clients and getting those clients to be at my ideal times. Okay, so you're not getting enough clients right now, and the clients that you're getting are also at the wrong times. Is that accurate? Yes. Okay. The thing that's interesting to me is like, why does the times matter? But anyway,
I've had the most success gaining are either kids or just people that only want to work out on the weekend or after school.
this guy's like a weird, nervous laugh. But okay, so what's the problem? Oh, wait, sorry, it zoomed back up. All right, where's the next thing that you said? Um, okay, he said it. Well, and that's not ideal. So there, what would you say is like? Where would you start digging on the pain here?
I wanted to know why that's not ideal. So you're
Yeah,
working nights and weekends. Tell me more about, oh, you have a kid. Oh, and that's taking away from time with your daughter. Okay, got it.
yeah, okay.
And that's not ideal.
Tell me more about that. Why is that not ideal?
Yeah, I still feel like it's jumping on. Like he gave you so much stuff, like getting more clients. Like you could like you can't just like forget about getting more clients because that is the pain point. Okay, so you're not getting enough clients right now, and the clients that you are getting are at the wrong times. And
Do
you
I
said
need to
it's not
immediately
ideal.
reflect that back to him? I need to immediately say that back to him.
I would. It's
Okay.
like okay, once you're like yeah, exactly. Okay, so we'll because you want to like take both pieces of data and use that for your next question.
Got it.
So okay, so I guess what is it about the clients that you are getting that's or the times that you're getting them, which is not ideal? Why is that not ideal? What's going on? Like what actually is the problem? Like is the
Hmm.
problem you're not making enough money in the business, or is the problem that you're working at the wrong times? Like what's up?
Because I'm tired of giving up my weekends all the time to just working. And also, I have my own kid now, and I would rather not be having to rely on other people to always have to pick her up from school or watch her during those um,
Wait, how old's the kid?
afternoon, evening hours because I'm constantly busy training people during those times.
Okay, didn't find out. So it's not just more clients, it's that the clients you're getting are pulling you into nights and weekends, and that's kind of starting to conflict with the kind of life that you want now that you
Yeah,
have a kid.
Wait,
Okay, got it. So it's not just more clients, it's that the clients you're getting are pulling you into nights and weekends, and that's kind of starting to conflict with the kind of life that you want now that you
yeah.
have a kid.
okay. This what's wrong about this sentence? Can you see this? Like this, what you just said.
It minimizes his first pain point, which is I don't have enough clients.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just more clients.
Got it.
So here's just okay. Listen to this, your version. So it's not just more clients. It's that the clients that you're getting are pulling you into nights and weekends, and that's kind of starting to conflict with the kind of life that you want. Versus, okay, so not only are you not getting enough clients, the clients that you are getting are taking you away from your family, like your daughter, and you. What were the words he specifically said? And you're getting tired of that. Yeah, like minimizing language, like it's not just more clients. I'm bad for it too, but it's a really, really bad habit because not only are you minimizing their pain, you're subtly patronizing them. Oh, so you just don't know how to get clients. So like you got to watch the minimizing language. It's a really big leak. Right? Like
Understood.
I should have my call review form or piece of paper here, but I
I'm
just
taking notes on my call review form.
no, I literally have my call review manifesto. Um, let's like one sec. What's up, guys? Good to see you all. I'll be right back. One sec. Um, oh, I've got like two other calls, so we're gonna go through this one. Hopefully, you guys took notes from the training where I was going over the call review document. So, all right.
Means that those clients that want to see me during the week,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Good. Can you say a little bit more about that? What does that actually look like for you week to week right now?
Yeah. So this one, the minimizing language, and that's kind of starting, yeah, just here too, like kind of starting to conflict. Or you just like use the words that he said. Like because I'm tired of giving up my weekends all the time. And that's like painful specific language. I would rather not have to rely on other people to always pick her up from school or watch her in the da da da. Because I'm constantly busy training people. So he gave you like a massive amount of information in here. He's giving up his weekends, working all the time. I have my own kid now. I'm relying on other people. I have to pick her up. I'm constantly busy training people. So this guy, it's definitely going to be like, I want to know his money, but the thing that's going to close this guy is obviously his daughter, right? Like most likely. Hope somebody say something in the chat. Okay, you guys don't have to text BRB. That's fine.
Week right now.
so right now,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Good. Can you say a little bit more about that? What is
Yeah. So I'm gonna just harp on this because like you could just hear the difference. Okay. So it's not just more clients. Okay. So not only are you not getting enough clients right now, but this is also something that you would want to okay. So verse like earlier he gave you his opening blurb and you said, so what's not ideal about it? Like the reason why you'd want to uh summarize and give like basically and you want to reframe it in the negative, right? So for example, go up here. Um, right. My biggest challenge is getting more clients and getting those clients to be at ideal times. Well, what's the negative way to summarize this? Getting more clients. So you're not getting enough clients right now, right? You see how that works? You're not getting enough clients right now, and the clients that you are getting are at the wrong times. Is that accurate? Yes. Okay. Like he has to say it twice, and it's like we're already focusing on the problem. Um, from here, these things, getting more clients and getting those clients, like you basically went in the right direction. Like, why is that not ideal? You want to be thinking like, okay, what's going on as a result of you not getting the right enough clients and you working at the wrong times? What's going on in your life right now? Like, where are you suffering in your life right now? Okay, got it. It's with the family, it's with the daughter. How old is your daughter? 5 years old. Okay. I guess what's going on right now as far as the time that you are spending with her or that you're not? Like, well, I guess how long has this been the case for where you've been working these type? Tell me about the hours. So this is where you can start data gathering. So how many hours, how many weekends do you work? How much time do you spend with your kid right now? Like we're not just like data gathering on his marketing. We're data gathering on the pain. They're like, dude, like he might be minimizing it massively instead of like, well, yeah, I see my daughter. And it turns out he only sees her for an hour a day every other day or something. And the last weekend he spent with her might have been 5 months ago. You know what I mean? I'm not. That's that's what is going to, you know, the biggest thing is making sure that we're focusing on the right problem. Everything else of clarifying and probing is going to bury the person. If you're just talking about the right problem, it's just like, so tell me more about it. Like I want you to describe it in vivid detail. And I don't want to move on until number one, I can feel the state change in this person. Number two, like I don't have any outlying questions. So I'm going to have to ask about his money. How much is he making? How's that going? Does he have any other jobs? How many hours is he working? How is that taking away from, his family? Does his wife work? Or is he married? Does he have a girlfriend? Like wife? What's his situation? Is there anything going on? Like, okay, so you have all this stuff going on. How long has that been fact? Like, how long have you been in this situation for? Okay, 5 years. Got it. And I'm like, so you've been in the situation for 5 years. Now, have you done anything in the past to change this? No. Really? Okay. So then why now are you looking to, stop working so many hours or to get your time back for your daughter or to start getting more clients? What's going on right now? Because remember, we're always selling this person on escaping their current situation, not on some imaginary goal. So anyway, um, going back to this,
Okay, got it. So it's not just more clients, it's that the clients you're getting are pulling you into nights and weekends and that's kind of stuff.
by the way, the one thing want you to be aware of is the guy's energy. Is it happy? Is it neutral? Is it negative? Ideally, it should be negative. He should be like feeling like the pain and the pressure.
Starting to conflict with the kind of life that you want now that
Yeah.
you have a kid. Can you say a little bit more about that? What does that actually look like for you week to week right now?
And you just got to watch like the little bit. It's conflicting with you a little bit. Like, no, dude, like that's like so, it's such a bad habit. It's actually so bad.
Now that you
Yeah.
have a kid. Can you say a little bit more about that?
So right now, it's well, so I have been able to get it so that like the weekends that I have my daughter, I just don't do.
Oh, so what does that tell us? He's
Divorced.
divorced. Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if the reason why he's divorced has anything to do with his business, like never being there for his family. And if so, like obviously, how do you tie it into what you're selling? Well, it's marketing. Dude. If you had more clients where you can have more control over where and when you work and how many clients you work with, and you know, it might not necessarily tie into the sales call, but who knows? Maybe it will. Because once the part of the reason why you go deep into other parts of his life, not just his business, is because um, you've you're always anchoring the price of your service with the costs of him staying the same, the opportunity costs of him staying the same, like what it's already cost him, not just financially, but in other parts of his life to have this problem. And everything ideally comes back to if you just remove this one thing in your situation, it would have this massive downstream effect. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, dude, so you're telling me because you don't know how to get clients, because you don't have a way to get yourself in front of every single person in your local area who is looking for fitness and to differentiate yourself, your working hours that have taken time away from your daughter. You haven't seen her in the past. You haven't had a weekend with her ever in the past, like whatever. You're not making enough money. You're struggling. It caused your relationship to end because you never solved this problem. And, it's the money you could be making if you just solve this. You could be working with 30 clients a week instead you're at 15. So that's let's say $150 an hour. It's 15 times 150, like it's double that. So you're losing X amount every single week, which is Y amount every single month, which is Z amount every single year.
Right.
Pretty big number. How
Right.
much longer are you going to not solve this one problem here?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, not another day.
Right.
Okay, why now?
Yeah. And I did ask those questions, and I know we got a couple other calls you want to get to. I think it would be really helpful for me if you could skip ahead to just close to the end where I've basically got him, and I'm just trying to tie him down with the close. I think that's honestly a big thing that I could use some real feedback on because I get a ton of people to this point, probably 80% of the way through the call where, I price drop. He says, yeah, that all sounds really good. Uh, and then I need to tie him down and lock it in.
Or like you don't tie people down. You don't really tie people down at the end of the call. You tie them into discovery. The only tie down is temp check, which is like it's important. But
Yeah, and when I asked him that, he said, yeah, I mean, I think so. But then he kind of talked
okay,
himself into the work.
let's go to the temp check then.
Okay.
Um, any idea where it's at?
Yes, it was.
Okay, here's the pitch.
So it's above that. I asked him, do you think an Instagram strategy would be, yeah, so it's a little bit above this. Yeah, keep going, keep going. He gave me about a paragraph worth of answer. Keep going up. A little bit more. He said, no, I definitely want the help. And then up a little bit more. There we go. Wait, hang on. I'll find it on my transcript.
I'm confused if we're in the discovery right now or if we're in the pitch.
It was at the 28-minute mark. I said, so based on everything we talked about, do you feel like having a consistent lead system built around Instagram would actually solve the core funnel issue that we've talked about?
At 28 minutes?
Or is it time 2:28? And so the call started at 2:05, so it might be 27. Can't you search in the transcript?
Uh, yeah, you probably can. Yeah, you definitely probably can.
I think it's below this.
Um, I think it is too. Okay.
No, it's above
So
this part.
this is
So
a
that's kind
pitch.
of the middle.
So you talk about pillars now at the 39 minutes mark.
20 DMs deep now.
All
So
right.
that's kind of the middle. We need to figure out how to actually. Yeah, I'm already
Usually
in the
don't
middle.
review the pitch. So actually let's just review the pitch. All right, let's go from let's go from
Okay.
here.
And where are you at right now on that Monday to Friday for weekly sessions? I want to quantify that gap just so we're talking about what's actually missing, not
Yeah.
not just the idea of more clients.
Uh-huh. Let me see here.
Okay, got it.
Uh
So there's a
yeah.
gap of 10 to 15 more of
Yeah.
those right fit weekday sessions.
It would be freedom because it would mean that not only will I be making the kind of money that I actually want to make, but I'll be doing like all my time would be going towards the work I actually want to do and not the tedious unpaid marketing, advertising, like other stuff work. It could mean that I could potentially, like hire a part-time assistant to help with the little administrative stuff,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
So for you, it's not just about the revenue, it's really more freedom.
Yeah.
More of those right weekday sessions means making the money you want without giving up weekend.
Interesting. Do we have any tie downs of like why now he wants freedom or in what ways he doesn't have the
Creative
freedom?
stuff,
I did ask him that
all that.
earlier,
Yeah.
yes. So for
Okay.
you, it's not just about the revenue, it's giving up weekends and evenings
Yes.
and spending time on work you actually want to do.
Yep.
So based on everything we've talked about, do you want help solving that or do you want to keep trying to figure it out on your own?
That's a good close. Wow,
I
early
learned from the
transition.
best, Ben.
It's a good transitional question, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the next question would be like, and when do you want that help? When do you want to start implementing that system
Yeah.
to do X, Y, and Z? How soon would you be looking to do that? Right
Right.
away. Why now?
No, I definitely want
Or like when? Right away. What, tomorrow, next week, a month from now? Today? Today. Okay. Well, why today? Oh, well, because blah, 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 blah,
the
blah.
help.
Okay. Got it. So I just want to
Yeah. See, definitely want the help. You're like, okay, got it. Dude, like two or three more tie downs and you know, I like it's not necessarily a bad thing because I've done this before too. Okay, hey, it's like just a natural question. Okay, cool. So you're looking to do this, and this. Is this something that you want to figure out on your own, or do you want some help with? Yeah, I want some help. Awesome. Well, if you want, I can walk you through exactly how we help you solve that. But just like a few more tie downs, like, okay, well, when are you looking for the help? How soon? Oh, today. Okay, why? Why today? Got it. Makes sense. Cool. Maybe hit them with a summary. So this is broken, this is broken, this is broken, this is broken. You're you're bleeding here, your business sucks here, that it's stressing me out here. Is that all accurate? Yes. Anything I missed? Anything you would add? Anything else important on your end that we haven't discussed you think I should know? No? Okay, got it. Cool, man. Well, this is, I guess, the only question I really have left for you is to how much longer are you going to continue letting X, Y, and Z thing be the reason that keeps you in this shitty situation that we just went over? No, another day. Okay, cool. Well, here's how we solve it.
You figure it out on your own. Okay, got it. So I just want to summarize, and then I want to show you exactly what that would look like for you,
Okay.
just to make sure I've got everything right. So right now you're doing about 5 to 7K a month. You want to be at 10K a month to have that freedom to maybe hire on an assistant, have more of the right time of day, free up your weekends so you can spend time with your kid.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're actually closing pretty well. It's more an issue around predictable volume,
Yes.
not just working on referrals. So you've tried a few different things, networking in person. It hasn't created that consistency. And so you feel like something needs to change and you want some help doing it because you're not willing to let it keep running this way. Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Correct.
Okay. So what we would install for you is a structured Instagram lead generation system built to bring in more qualified local conversations.
Okay, what is the like of the things that you just said? What would make what how you're explaining this 10 times more powerful?
Tie it to his pain points directly.
What was the one specific thing that he, there's two words. Like, is really one thing though?
Not enough leads.
No, it was specific words that you said that he was like, yeah,
Oh,
that's exactly it.
oh, uh,
It was predictable volume.
predictable volume. Right, right, right. Okay.
He's like, oh, so all these actually, he's like, so you're good at closing. The only issue is that you just don't have predictable volume. Yeah,
Right, right.
dude. Well, cool, man. If you want, I can walk you through my step-by-step system of exactly how we create a predictable volume for you using Instagram. Dude, yeah,
Got it.
tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Okay.
See what I mean? It's like a little tweak, but
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it's if you think of like a lock and key, you know, like it's like just a different, it's like a just like a tiny shift in like using his words to like unlock the in his brain, like, oh man, this is like the perfect fit versus like this is like pretty close. It's like pretty, it's like a 9 out of 10. But sometimes, like when you just like, use the right words, if you write them down, especially, or when you're recapping, you're like, so the main thing keeping you from X, Y, and Z is not having enough predictable volume. You feel like once you solve the predictable volume issue, everything else will sort itself out, or is there anything else you feel like you need as well? No, that's it. Just predictable volume. Okay, so we just removed the one problem that you do not have predictable volume. You're going to have more time for your daughter. You're going to have more financial freedom. You're going to have X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Right.
Well, cool, man. Well, if you want, I can walk you through how I can help you get that predictable volume using Instagram.
Got
Or
it.
let me know where you want to go from here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, tell me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get people
Right.
fired up.
Yeah. Okay. So what we would install for you is a structured Instagram lead generation.
Well, like there's I'm just like completely wing it. So what goes into creating predictable volume, or in other words, predictable opportunities? Well, you need number one, a brand that is number two, getting in front of the right people
Right.
predictably. And then you need a conversion system to turn those people into customers at
Right.
will. It's like the simplest way I can put it. If there's like, imagine three like circles that kind of like a Venn diagram with like three of them, you know? You with me so far? Yes. So the very first thing that we're going to do for you is X.
System built to bring in more qualified local conversations. So what we do is we have one hero ad, 9 supporting videos that are all built around trust, a customer relationship manager, and key performance indicator.
Yeah, like this is just boring. Like
Right, right.
like take me through the journey of what's like why this is going to work. Like what exactly is gonna, don't just like tell me, yeah, you get one hero ad, one did it. I'm like, what does that even mean?
Okay,
That to me sounds very cheap,
sure.
you know?
Yeah,
So like imagine this. Right now, when you open your Instagram, like what do you see?
yeah,
Uh a few friends sending me reels, some memes.
right.
Right. Imagine, actually, let me ask you another question. When you saw my ads and my content before you jumped on this call, how often did you see my stuff? Did you watch my videos for any amount of time before we jumped on a call? Yeah, you did. How many did you watch? Oh, you watched a bunch. And what happened in your mind which got you to go from this guy, Chris, I don't know, to like, you know what, it's probably worth my time to talk to him, to like maybe even being interested in working with me? Well, I don't know, man, but something happened there for sure. Right. I call that the XYZ formula, or like come up with a name for that thing. It's like like the Netflix effect, or like the binge effect, or something like that, or like the local celebrity effect. You know what I mean? It's like when you see people, when people are celebrities because they have more attention than other people. By more people with plus more attention equals celebrity. And people like, guess what? You want to be selling as a celebrity, a local celebrity, not just like another service guy. That might be a good angle for you guys.
Okay,
So, like, how do you generate local celebrity and local conversions? Well, you got to be the person that every time they open up their Instagram ad, they're seeing your face. You're the one giving them value. You're building trust. You're answering objections. You're like the person they see, almost like a little reality show, but in a small version where, instead of them when they're, I guess you kind of customize it to the client, but like if it's a roofer,
yeah,
before they go and search up Google, they're like, huh, where's this? I've been seeing this roofing guy. Let me just DM him. Like
right,
you want to like before they go and start searching through every Google person, you want to skip the front of the line by building a brand.
right,
Like, does that make sense? Oh yeah, dude, that makes total sense. Yeah, and if you put your brand in front of every single person who's on Instagram, who let's face it, that's 75% of the population, like 75% of this city, most likely, maybe more, they're on Instagram, right? They're waiting to buy from people, so you want to just be able to be the one person that they see, and then have like a strong enough brand with content, strong enough messaging, and then when they're once they start following you and
yeah,
seeing your stuff, then I'm going to show you how to have simple yet effective conversations, just like we had,
right,
which you can even pass off to a VA, which I'll show you how to do it down the road, where now you're turning these people into leads. They're like, hey, you know what? This is interesting. Like, here's my phone number. Give me a call, from a simple conversation after they've been following you for a while.
right.
That's the system. Does that make sense so far? Yes. Or like, I don't know, but let's see how you do.
Plus support for the first 3 months. Okay. So what we would install for you is a structured Instagram lead generation system built to bring in more qualified local conversations. So what we do is we have one hero skip ahead after when he says, yep, 9 supporting videos that are all built.
No, we're gonna rate this pitch on a scale 1 to 10. 10
This
being
is this is like the
$1.
pre-pitch. I don't know why I did it this way.
Okay.
A customer relationship manager and key performance indicator tracking, plus support for
Like, I'm not hearing any type of results or any type of outcome other
yeah,
than I'm just hearing a bunch of stuff.
for the first 3 months with ad spend being separate.
Okay.
So I want to go into a little bit more detail on that. And as I walk you through it, is this kind of making sense to frame success around closing that 10 to 15?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, just be like, listen, dude, so you want to get how many extra clients per month? Okay, this many. Okay, why is that number important? Okay, got it. Cool. So if you made this, if you got that many extra clients, that would be how much extra per month? Okay, cool. An extra 10 grand, that's an extra 120K per year. If you got that result, how would you feel? Oh, I feel pretty good. Okay. Well, cool. All we have to do then is I'm just going to show you some how I have my other clients do similar stuff, like or how, what exactly goes into making that happen, and then show you some proof. It's another way
And
to
what
put
I
it,
tried to
really.
do was tie each component of the pitch to what he had said earlier in the call, which you'll see in this next section. Session down.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So basically, what needs to happen first is we need to have more eyeballs on you. We need to have that hero ad doing the work for you around the clock, so that you're right on the money when you talk about funneling more people to you. Because right now, it's kind of like you're setting up a shop in the woods and just hoping the right people kind of wander by. So instead of doing that, what we need to do is actually structure a script around what makes James James. What's your unique value proposition? Why should people trust you? And then have that run to a really tight radius around Boulder. Call it a 10-mile radius, maybe even 15-mile radius, so you're not driving all over God's green earth in between sessions, especially if you're going to people, right? So the job of that ad is just to start conversations with the right people. And that's what we want to use to replace the networking, the, hey, have you heard of James, the referrals, the random web.
My first thought is, what makes a hero ad different than another ad? Why couldn't I just have my ChatGPT create the script, or my little cousin Jimmy do it, or like why can't I do that myself? So all the stuff you're saying, while it's good, if I've never heard of a fucking ad before, uh, there's a good chance that the people you're talking to have heard of an ad. So it's like, do you have any unique kind of special sauce, which is why they should work with your type of ad versus them just throwing it into ChatGPT? Or like any common mistakes that people make, or is it the shooting of the ad or the targeting that makes it special, or like the strategy behind it, or is it like how everything comes together which makes it the hero ad? Just having the ad itself is not enough. Like, start thinking in terms of those lines, because I could tell you right now is like I'm just like put it on my prospect hat, like, like, okay, I mean, I if I already know what ads are, I'm like, okay, I know what an ad is, like, why don't I just do this myself? Or like, anyway.
Website stop ins.
Yep.
And then once people actually land on your page, we want to have some really nice high quality content there that's really thoughtful and designed to build trust with people, show them what you do, show some social proof, have some
Yep.
video testimonial of your current customers, so that when they do land on your page, it's easier to start that conversation with them. So that's kind of the first.
Hmm. Okay. Show them the social proof, video testimonials. Again, two things here. Easier to start a conversation with them. What if I don't want to start a conversation? Like, you're gonna have to, like, you know, I would keep these things separate, right? Like the hero ad, the trust building content. Again, like the same, I have the same objections with the trust building content. Well, like, why don't I just tell ChatGPT, hey, create me some trust building content. I'll go film that myself. Why do I need you? So again, maybe like a bit of unique stuff. You're going to have to, in my opinion, like, sell these people on the strategy, like why they should be doing DMs. Because a lot of people, like, if they look at it from the wrong perspective, it's like, oh, I'm going to be DMing people all day. Fuck that. Like, no, 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 no. Imagine every single person that followed you and DM'd you, they wanted to pay you whatever you charge. How much you charge for your biggest package? 3K? Yeah. Imagine if every single person that was following you was like, potentially you're going to give you 3K. How motivated would you be to talk to them? Oh, well, you put it that way, yeah. And so the whole thing here is to drive conversations, which lead to phone calls, for getting phone numbers, and then phone calls, so that you can close sales. And then, all we have to do is just, once you've kind of, I don't know, validated the system, then I'll show you how to ramp it up and scale it up, so you can get more and more phone numbers and more phone calls and blah 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 blah. Anyway.
And then once people actually land on, so that's kind of the first part of the strategy. That's the first thing we need to get dialed in, so that more people are seeing you and you actually have a pipeline, and we start putting people into that pipeline. Because right now there's
Oh,
no pipeline, there's no strategy.
freeze up. Oh. Yeah. So you also, you want to have spots in here where there's a clear delineation between like phase one, phase two, phase three, so that you know when to stop and check in with these people,
Got it.
right? Because let's see, you start talking at 36 minutes. 10 seconds. Let's see when you kind of do your next check-in.
because you're a personal guy, I can send you some examples of what that could look like. Then once you actually have people coming into your page, it's like, great, now what? We need to figure out how to actually convert those people into paying customers. So the way we do that is teach you how to, in the space of 3 or 4 messages, transition someone off of Instagram and onto a phone call.
Exactly how we got on this call.
Yeah.
Because you're a personal guy, you've got your own style. And once you actually talk to people, it's way different than texting on DMs,
Yes.
right? So what we would do is write a customized messaging script, kind of a framework that's specific to you and your sales process. And we want to take a look at your sales.
Is this Fathom messing up or my internet?
I don't know. But what that's going to allow you to do is just have consistent, repeatable
it's
conversations on a
Fathom.
daily basis with the people that are coming in and following.
Yeah, you're not selling them on the value of a conversation. Like, dude, I know it's so common for people to be like, I don't want to do DMs. I'm like, motherfucker, there's only one more valuable thing that you could be doing in your business at this point, and it's being on a sales call. Everything else, you should be in your DMs all day, just booking calls. Like, what else are you going to do that's making you more money?
Right.
But you have to sell people on it. They have, well, not even sell it. They just have to look at it from the right perspective of like, dude, like, oh yeah, now that you mention it, like I'm spending money to start. It's like conversations, conversions happen in conversations, right? That's how it works these days. That's how you build like a trusted brand, a relationship building brand. You're not just, just trying to pitch every single person that comes into your world. You have to build, you have to kind of lead them into it, right? Like people don't trust people these days. You have to have something that kind of like, you know, lubes them up before you, you slip it in. I don't
Right.
know. I know Jacob liked that one.
Okay.
So the thing about this strategy that is good for you to know is that it's much more proactive than say.
Yeah. Okay. So
But what that's going to allow you to do is just have consistent, repeatable.
yeah, look, there was like a 2 minute kind of talk time before
Right.
I was able to check in. Like you're lucky you didn't see the dude start passing out. Like every 60 seconds at least, there should be a natural, like, does that make sense? What questions do you have on that? You
Okay.
clear, you with me so far? Like some type of check-ins.
Okay. So
Hey, do you see how that solves that problem? Oh yeah.
right.
Oh, dude, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, yeah. Like people should be getting excited through your pitch. Like, how often do you have people that are like, holy shit, dude, like this is crazy, like through your pitch?
No.
Never. Yeah, dude, it's like the structure of your pitch is like really, really important. Um, really important. You have $1 million pitch.
So the thing about this strategy that is good for you, this needs to be something that you dedicate at least 5 hours a week to, is getting into Instagram. So the thing about this strategy.
Here's the other thing. He's trying to like work less time, and now he's like, fuck, I'm gonna be on here 5 hours a week. It's like, listen, dude, you're gonna be on here messaging people who want to pay you money. Like, yeah, it's probably gonna take up a bit more of your time, like 4 or 5 hours, but you're gonna make the money so that you can X, Y, and Z, get your freedom back.
Got it. I see how that's a frame shift.
Yeah. It's like, listen, dude, I know you're on here because you're not having enough time now, and I totally get that, but and I'm gonna be honest, like you're gonna have to put in work and take at least 5 hours of messaging people that want to give you money at the end of the day, but you're gonna have to still do it. And so in the short term, you're gonna have to sacrifice a bit, but you're gonna make X, Y, and Z. It's like this is going to get you to 10K or more, depending on how big you want to take it. Is that a trade-off that you're willing to accept for
And I
for
almost
the
feel
short
like
term?
that it increases their buy-in because
Of course.
at least in my mind, it's like, well, I can prove to you that I can do this. And it reinforces that it's not like some easy panacea cure-all that all my woes will be
Yeah,
fixed. Like it's going to take some work for me. But the
absolutely.
way that you're telling me to frame it is much more helpful. Like, hey, yeah, it is going to
It's
take
also much more honest, where they're like I didn't know I'd have to do DMs. I thought this was going to be super easy.
exactly. And that's been a
Like,
huge
no.
complaint of our past clients on the exit survey. The ones that we don't renew, they're like, yeah, we got results, but I didn't realize how much work it was going to be.
Yeah.
So that's helpful.
Well,
Thanks for
no one says it has to be your work. That's why you can get a VA to just do that for you. But yeah,
Right. That is good.
like you never want to make it easier than it actually is for them. You never want to make it sound easier than it is because
Right.
you're just gonna fuck up your expectations. And it's like just it's like almost like a it's like negative karma in general. It's like a spiritual
Yeah.
fucking law. Like you should be making it sound harder than it is. It's like, dude, you're gonna have to spend, 5 hours a week messaging people. But guess what, dude? Like there are people that want to give you money. Every message is someone who could pay you whatever your price is, potentially. So that's how you have to see it. But once you do that and you crack the code and you start making good money, I mean, it's not a forever thing. Like the next level up, the way to scale this is by doing more of the activities that make you money and doing it more of it and better of it and having other people do it. Like I'm going to show you how to create those systems. The first 3 months is going to be probably you doing it, or at least the first month or two. You're going to have to suck it up. You're going to spend less time with your family at first, but guess what? That's the sacrifice is giving you a skill that you can use for life to X, Y, and Z to make 10K per month or more, to start having people do this for you, start building your team, start building the systems and infrastructure that you need to create the freedom that you want in your life for you and your family. Is that something that you're willing to do? Oh, yeah. Okay, why? Wow. Well, did I have to? Blah, 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 blah. Interesting. So the tie downs don't necessarily have to stop during the pitch.
Okay. Good for you to know is that it's much more proactive than sitting back and waiting for people to Google you. This needs to
But also like engage with them, dude. Like that's a big
be
one.
something that you dedicate at least 5 hours a week to is getting into Instagram. Because like you said, people ghost you, people forget. And so it's going to be on you to really work this pipeline.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the middle of the strategy.
Did it freeze again?
So that's kind of the middle of the strategy.
That's all I'm going to say. Mm, uh,
Is that we have a CRM.
the third pillar that is really going to turn this into a system for you and make sure that those people that ghost you or drop off don't get away that easily. I also don't love that, dude. I don't love planting the seed that people are just going to be ghosting up front, even though it's true. I'm like, the thing is,
That was a pain point he alluded to earlier, was that he
oh,
would get
okay, okay,
to
okay,
a
got it.
closing line and then
I'm
they would
like,
ghost him.
am I going to be like leading with the fact that they're going to get ghosted?
No, no, that
I
was a
mean,
complaint he had.
got it. Okay, that's good to know. Um, yeah. So I'm trying to think of how to phrase this or frame it in a way where it seems super valuable, which is like, okay, so with any marketing system, with any marketing strategy and funnel and sales process, no matter how good it is, people are going to fall through the cracks, right? And you're going to lose money if you don't have a system and infrastructure to capture those people, right? So all the people that saw your ad but didn't start a message, or that watch you but don't, reach out, or that you had a conversation with but they fell off, or that they said they wanted to have a call but then they didn't book it or they didn't show. Like there's so many little places where people could fall off. You had a call with them and they said it wasn't a yes, or it was like a not now. Like all these people, like I'm going to show you how to create this super robust infrastructure so that you're just capturing these people and then having a system to follow up with them and nurture them so that over time, you're not letting any leads fall through the cracks. You're going to be maximizing every dollar that you're putting in here. And so that way you can, take that money and put it back into your ads to scale up and just keep growing and turn this into a big freaking monster where eventually you start hiring your own personal trainers and you have a sales team and you're increasing your prices and all that stuff. I'm like, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Like,
Right,
that sounds pretty damn valuable.
right,
And what is it? It's a CRM. The CRM with pipeline stages, dude. Like fucking text messages or some shit.
right. A customer relationship manager.
Mhm.
So every new follower, every new lead that you get is going to go into a really simple, lightweight.
Okay, free software to use. I would be like, dude, this is like I built this from scratch. Like it's like proprietary. It's a notion that I made or whatever. Like
Okay.
something to make it sound more valuable. Like this is why like it's good to go through this because like little
Yeah,
things make the perceived value of what you're selling go way up.
right,
Damn, like this is like a $15,000 system I'm getting from this freaking guy.
right.
Um, yeah. And like to me, your pitch, it's like the pitch from somebody who knows too much about what they do. Trying to explain to somebody, we're like, whoa, like you're just telling me everything I need to know about this in your mind, but to me, I don't need to know all this shit. I'm like, well, I kind of just want to have an ad that's in front of people and people are following me, and then I can have conversations with them and close some deals. You're like, well, you're going to get the CRM and then this and then it's like, it's like and once they follow on a Monday and then you have a really good conversation and stop responding. I'm like, whoa, dude. uh, here, like the way to think about it is, um, like every problem that you solve. So this, your pitch is a solution. Like this, every solution creates another problem. So maybe that's a way to kind of describe step three. Because like step one and two, it's like you're going to be generating traffic and converting it. And then step three is like once you're generating traffic and converting it, some people are not going to, you know, they're going to fall through the cracks. So, the way that we fix that is by having this XYZ system. You want to name you want to name your systems, like thingify them. The Chris Lear, the Learhammer 5000 lead capture method, you know, thingy.
Yeah.
Um, but like, there's this. It's like the pitch is very important that like, you know, you actually write it out and you're not winging it. Or like when I pitch Boris and stuff, I mean, I winged it at first when I closed Jacob and you, to be honest, I think it was winging the pitch. But after I invested in 30 grand to learn how to write $1 million pitches, I'm like, okay, I'm never winging this shit again.
Like 20 DMs deep now, and you don't want to forget about them. So so that follow-up cadence is really important, and
Yeah.
that's what's going to help you to actually start establishing a long-term pipeline.
Okay. So the whole thing that we were wasting time on was to find the the temp check. Um, okay, so again, like all we're gonna build this sheet is like it's just so much information, dude. Just be like, we have all the tools, we just give it to you. Don't even worry about it.
Cool. So the diagnostic part of that is really important too, because like I said, Katie and I,
Okay, so we're into the deliverables or da da da.
so
Growth
we're really your growth partners in
partners,
this.
3 months, cool. Okay, there's no temp check. You
Got it.
go from deliverables to the timeline to the price.
So we're really your growth partners in this. We want to see you succeed, and that's why we have such a long engagement period over that 3 months to make sure that it's all working properly.
For sure.
Cool. So based on all that, what questions do you have for me? How do you feel
Right.
about the process? Do you feel like that process can 100% help you buy back your time and get to 10K per month? Yes. Okay.
Right.
Why do you feel that way? Okay, interesting. Cool. So you feel pretty good. You feel good. No questions. Where do you want to go from here? Well, what are the next steps? Cool. Well, you'll process the investment here with me, and then we'll get you onboarded. We'll start the XYZ process. We'll book the ABC thingy, and then we'll get the ball rolling right away. Sound good? Yeah. Cool. Where do you want to go from here? I'll ask them again. Oh, well, how much is it? Cool. So the investment for us to help you build the system is $6,000. Um, like in my pitch, I would also be saying that I would have the ad spend like in the pitch, like in like one of the pillars. So you're typically going to be spending anywhere from $15 a day, which is super fucking low. I don't think they should spend that little to, let's say $30 to $50 a day. So 1,000 to 1,500 per month. From that ad spend, obviously there's lots of different variables, but my average client is generating a 5 to 8x ROAS. Sometimes some of them a bit more, some a bit less, but it just depends on what industry are they in. Kind of hard for me to also just make promises, but like since you're always, it depends on your sales ability, your work ethic, your price, how, how much follow the system versus like just don't do it. But anyway, um, so yeah, no temp check here, which is real bad. So let's go over this.
So the cost to install that is $6,000.
Mhm.
Ad spend is separate to Facebook.
Yeah, dude, like you, so it's 6K over 3 months, and then the ad spend is an additional whatever five, whatever the minimum is or whatever. Um, what would $15 a day even come out to for the month? Like 500?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it's like it's 5 to 900 per month. I think something in here, dude, would be calculating how many clients he needs to break even
Which we just did
at
underneath that.
his lifetime value. You did it under up here?
No, underneath that, further down in the call.
Yeah, but you already price dropped, so it's too late.
Oh, got it.
So, dude, your lifetime value is $3,000 per client if we find these people. Um, the investment for us to come in and help you create and install this system and run it is $6,000, which is only 2 clients.
Got it.
And then shut up. Any questions on, or like any questions about that or on how that works? Does that make sense?
So the cost to install that is 6,000. Now we do have some options for buy now, pay later with Affirm and Klarna. So the
Okay.
cost to install that is $6,000.
Mhm.
Ad spend is separate to Facebook or Meta for Instagram. For you, I would say even $15 a day is going to start really putting some people through that pipeline and be an effective start for you.
Right.
He was about to talk and you just kept talking. Like this would be a time for you to stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
So the cost to install.
Like you should have stopped talking up here, to be honest. All of this stuff should have came before you told the price. So the ad spend for this is variable. I would recommend at least $15 a day, which is 500 bucks a month. Granted, we want to look at ads as an investment. You're spending $1 to make two or more, right? So obviously, you know, take that into consideration. Does that make sense? Yeah. The investment, my fee for me helping you do X, Y, and Z over the next 3 months is a one-time payment of $6,000. Make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. And then, I mean, you could say like, okay, so assuming we can make that investment work for you, like the finances work for you, is that something that you want to do? Just come right out and ask them.
Yeah,
Or you stay silent for like if he doesn't say anything for like 10 seconds, you just ask, so how are you feeling?
got it.
None of this like staying silent for 3 minutes thing that you see on Instagram, dude. I mean, but right here,
Right.
it looks like he was about to start talking. And then you just kind of volunteered this, which is interesting.
So I always forget to pitch Affirm and Klarna, and then whenever I get told no later on, they're like, "Oh, it's too much up front." I'm like, "Ah, I didn't even talk about that."
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter when you pitch it. Okay, so I totally hear you. Are you saying that, money aside, that you 100% feel like the strategy would work for you to X, Y, and Z, but
Right,
it's
right.
just too much? Or it's like, well, like money aside, you actually feel like the strategy would 100% work for you? Yeah. Or like, I don't know. Like, yeah. It's like, okay, it sounds like you said yes, but it sounded like a no. Like, what's coming up
Mm,
for you? Is there any part that
Got
you
it.
feel like wouldn't work for you in particular?
Sure.
Well, I just don't know. Like, there's a lot of people on Instagram that say stuff. Uh-huh. So is it the fact that you don't think the system would work, or you just don't trust me, or like maybe you don't know if you would get the results? Like you're different from all my other successful clients? Like which one do you think it is?
Got it.
Oh, well. Anyway, like doing the temp check before dropping the price is kind of like imperative.
Now we do have some options for buy now, pay later with Affirm and Klarna. So if that was something that you're interested in, we can break up those payments over 3, 6, or 12 months even.
Okay. Yeah. Just thinking about, yeah, if I'd rather do the upfront or the pay as I go. But yeah.
What's the difference? Well, I mean, he's not thinking about that. That's bullshit. I mean, okay, either of them aside, do you feel like this is something that you 100% want to do and that you feel like the process would work for you that I walked you through?
Hmm.
Okay, why? And then as soon as he says yes, okay, why do you say that? Because people don't they think as they talk, and you can change their thinking if you immediately interrupt them and like get them to focus on the positive. Because a lot of times people are like, yeah, but and like you can actually like cut them off. Yeah, before they even say but, they go, okay, why do you say that? And they're like, oh, now they're already like going down a different lane, which is changing the way they think.
Yeah.
So what he was about to say something here. Just thinking about, yeah, I'd rather do the upfront or pay as I go, but yeah, but yeah, what?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think what I'll do is I will try to get back to you by either like no later than later today or tomorrow with exactly what I want to do, and we'll get things going.
This guy's scared shitless, dude. Like he's not gonna get back to you. Wait, okay. So I mean, the point of this call is to make a decision, you know, whether you want to do it buy now, pay later or pay in full, like I mean, you know, we that doesn't take multiple hours or days to make a decision on that. Is this something that you want to do? Yes or no? Yeah. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Why? Well, because da, 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 da. Okay. And do you have the money to do it up front? Well, actually, I don't. Okay. Fair enough. How much do you have? Well, I've got like 4K. Okay. So you think it would make more sense to do buy now, pay later so that you can save most of that money and keep the 4K to put towards ads rather than just throwing it all, just paying that all out of pocket. And then once you close 2 or 3 deals and boom, you just pay it off. That way you're not stuck into this 24-month, payment period. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay. Do you want to see if you're approved for that? It takes like 2 or 3 minutes. Sure. Okay, cool. I'm sending you the link now. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have done that on the call live. Good improvement. And before,
Yeah. See, but I'd rather do he was about to say something here. Oh, he goes, but yeah. Uh, like I'll get back to you either later today or tomorrow with exactly what I want to do. It's like, no, dude, like no. uh let's just make a decision right here and now. It's not like whether or not you want to do this, which sounds fucked up, but it's like, bro, like you're the one with the problem. I'm the one who's can help you. Like if you leave, like don't bother getting back to me because I don't want to talk to you again unless you make a decision right here and now. If you don't have the money, tell me and we can figure that out. But if you do have the money and you're just like hesitating, like don't even bother coming back to me, bro. I don't want to work with you. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like, But that's like yeah, you could be serious. Like I'm like, dude, you're going okay, so like if you really want to like hold people's feet to the fire, like this guy has a daughter. Well, dude, when you say you have it's you need to think about like uh, what you think you'll okay, help me understand. Trying to understand exactly what it said. What why are you putting off the decision till later today or tomorrow? Do you want to get more time back for your daughter? Yes or no? Well, yeah. Okay. And do you feel like this system is exactly what you need to put you into a position where you can achieve that outcome? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, great. So we're clear on the problem, we're clear on the solution. Do you have the money to do it? Do you have the money, either cash, credit, or access to the money to do the 6K plus the ad spend? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, great. Well, there's nothing else to think about. Like, let's just make it happen. Unless you want to go and you know, tell your daughter that she's not worth, you know what I mean? She's like, you know what? It's not, I want to spend more time with you, but it's 6K and I'm too much of a pussy to pull the trigger. So like, you know what? You're actually not that important to me, whatever his daughter is.
You would have to tell her on FaceTime.
You can tell her, yeah, tell her in FaceTime. Like, you want to FaceTime her right now and just tell her that?
Yeah. No, but that's very helpful with especially around the pitch and making it sound more valuable than it is, but then also obviously forgot to temp check and a couple other
No,
things
it's,
on there.
I mean, dude, like, it's not that you're sounding more valuable than it is. It is fucking valuable. You
Right.
are making it sound less valuable than it is.
Right.
It's like, hey, uh, I'll sell you my phone number for 10 grand. No, I don't think I'll pay that. Okay. Next time that you get, it's like, you charge how much? 6 to 10K? Okay. Every time that you get an objection, you send me a voice note and I'll tell you exactly what to say. And you send me your call, I'll tell you exactly where you went wrong within 10 minutes, within five, or like right away. I'm always on my phone, like a crackhead. And, you know, I'll, I'll help you, you know, I'll work with you until you close at least an extra $150,000, however long that takes. But it's most likely not going to take a very long amount of time. So every time that you uh, wonder where you went wrong, you can just text me and I'll get back to you immediately. And that way, once you solve the problem, you understand why it didn't close. Boom. Uh, you'll never make that mistake again. It's 10K.
Here's my credit card.
Yeah. What card would you like to put that on? Pretty much.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, that definitely helps me reframe how I think about the pitch. So thanks for that.
Yeah. So let's see how we
Okay.
handle this
And
objection
before
here.
we leave it there, what specifically do you need to get clear on in your own mind before you feel good saying yes?
What is this, Jeremy Minor shit?
Just that, like I just need to do some,
Ah, see, we should have done the math for him.
Yeah.
Never leave the prospects to do their own math.
just that, like I just need to do some numbers to calculate how much or how many training sessions will get me my $6,000 back.
Yeah, so this should have been obvious, dude. Like, well, what's his average session cost? Obviously, you're going to do it here. His hourly rate's $125,000. Sure, you
Yeah.
should
Incredible.
be training fucking Elon Musk's.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that together right now. If we say it's $6,000 and your hourly rate is 125, that'd be 48 sessions.
Yeah, or you can sell packages, dipshit. You can sell what like does he sell packages or just
Yeah.
one-off hourly session?
Yeah, he sells packages.
Okay. And what's his average client? How many sessions does his average client buy and for how much?
Okay.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dude, like You just need to get one client. 48 sessions at $125.
Right.
I mean, what is 48 times 125? I think it's around 6,200. I don't know. Math's not an exact science. You know what? I have a calculator on here for a reason. 48 times 125. It's exactly $6,000.
Yeah.
Wait, that's why you said it. Never mind, I'm retarded. Yeah, that's for it. Um, but 48 sessions, that's basically a year of personal training. So in all reality, like if he structured his offer right, which is in his sales process right, like, which is probably like beyond the scope of what you do, like you could close a person on a $6,000 year-long package
Right.
and make that from one client. Or if he has big balls, he could charge that for 6 months if he had a really good pitch, but he probably doesn't. But anyway,
Right.
um, 48. Yeah, dude, you just have to like work on his price where, you know, he shouldn't be selling sessions. He should not be talking about sessions.
Right.
I will try to get back to you by either like no later than later today or tomorrow with exactly what I want to do.
Is it the fact that he, like what is his actual objection? Like, what is it about how many training sessions he'd have to do? Like, do we actually know what his objection is? No. Oh, well, actually, I guess we do. How quickly I think I can get the money back. Okay. How quickly do you need to get the money back?
Mm,
See, this is where it helps to be curious. Okay. So, you know, do you have a specific time frame of how quickly you need to get the money back?
mm,
How many clients on average do you need to close to land to sell 48 sessions? Three. Okay. And you want to get those three clients in what time frame? The next 3 months. Okay, shit. Like, do you think if you had every single person here in Denver seeing your ad in your face that you could get one extra client a month? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of on the low side. That's being super conservative. Like, if you were one of my worst clients, I mean, I think even they would do better. But like, how much do you think you could actually get per month? I mean, I don't know, maybe two or three a week. Really? You believe that? You're not just saying that to me, are you? No? Okay, so two or three a week at an average of, let's say it's 4,800 divided by three, $1,600. So you're talking two or three a week. Let's go conservative and say that's 3,200 a week times four. So that's 12,800 a week, a month. And you're making how much now? Oh, you're making blank, 4K. So an extra $8,000 a month. So that's an extra $96,000 a year that would be in your pocket, not to mention you having the control of, you know, closing people for the times that you want to close them and getting your time back for your daughter. Is it worth $6,000 to, you know, oh, my freaking camera's moving. Is it worth that trade-off? But when
right.
you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I would have, is another thing of I call it logical levels of NLP. Not to like get down the rabbit hole of NLP, but this guy is, if you really wanted to break him out of this frame of like him trying to think of how quickly he can make back the money without even talking about the money, you could be like, dude, like who cares about the money when you're losing every single weekend with your daughter? Do
Mm,
you really want to look in your daughter's eyes, like, like how many? It's like that's why uh, it's kind of like reframing them to what actually matters. Dude, we're not talking about you making back the money in a quick amount of time. We're talking about you having a system which gives you the visibility and the lead and the predictable lead flow or whatever, predictable volume to generate enough income at the times that you need where you can spend your time with your daughter and not
Right.
have to be working every single weekend like some slave.
Right.
You gotta throw that in there. That's what we're really talking about. Do you think that's worth $6,000? Fuck yeah, I do. Okay. Well, what do you have to think about then? Like, what car do you want to put it on?
Right. Right.
So, anywho,
Thanks. Who's next?
yeah, well, I've got a
Jacob. Let's put
call.
him on the roasting spit.
I've got a Logan call. I've got an Elijah call, and no Jacob calls. You
Have
never.
one. I'm losing streak, so let's see. If you want to see it, I can show you one.
You're on a losing streak.
Yeah, I think I'm reviewing the call, so I think I know what's going on, but obviously I don't because then I wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh,
Here's one. Um, I won't even like pre-frame nothing. I'll just uh, let you see it.
Barber.
He said he's gonna come back, by the way, so he's for sure closed.
Oh, for sure. It's like there's a meme I saw, which is like, yeah, it's like the new guy to sales. Good news, guys. They said they want to think about it. Should be a done deal.
That happens like in Boris's group every day. I'm just like, he's never coming back. He's
Yeah,
never coming back. They sometimes come back. Market bad enough, good enough. I've had a few people come back,
yeah.
but they never come back.
All right. So I have a Logan call, and he asked me to review this one. The question is, I sent you a call review the day before this one. Did you
Uh-huh.
go through and fix every single mistake from that first
Uh,
call review before you sent me this one?
well, I fixed I literally that day I rearranged like my whole living space.
Okay.
So I
Just
fixed that. I tried to be like a little bit more like locked in on this call.
okay.
Now as far as like the actual parts of like the sales and the talking, I feel like I rambled like a lot. I feel like that's like one of my big problems is I just say a bunch of bullshit. Um, Now I will say that I feel like in this call I did pretty good at objections, even though he's the most skeptic person ever. But I feel like I was doing a pretty good job of like asking the right questions, and even though he was weird in the end, so.
Okay.
But
So,
I'll let you be the judge. Just cook my shit, bro.
Jacob, you if you're down to wait, we'll cook Logan shit first, and then I'm going to find. I'm only going to go long enough to find like three major problems, and then those
Okay,
will be the first things you got to work on.
Ooh, my
cool.
favorite. I think my record for Ben doing this for me was 2 minutes into a call. See how long you
Yeah.
last, buddy.
First thing we're looking for is really the energy from Logan and
I cannot hear
tuning into the prospect. Like, what is going on with this guy's camera? That should be interesting.
you. Oh, looks like you're muted.
Toric Blade, the vampire hunter. Cool.
Able to
Hot
unmute
lead.
yourself.
He's stuck in the mirror
Should be
dimension.
there's like a tab of buttons at the bottom. You'll see like a little microphone icon.
All right, there you go.
There you go. How's it going, man?
Look,
Nothing much. How about you?
man, I'm pretty good, man.
Awesome. Well, let's just get right into.
I see that you're coming through at minus 480p. Are you in the middle of like a Chernobyl type of hot zone radiation wise? Is that what's going on with the camera, or
Bro.
do you have like
Yeah, I
some?
have no clue why his camera quality was so bad.
I mean, I would call it out just because it kind of break the ice a bit.
To this, so I'm excited to have this call with you.
All right, you're already not locking into him. You're like, This is you, bro. All right, so I'm excited to have this call with you. Yeah, I'm excited to have this call. I had this friend. He's still my friend, but we used to go out in our 20s to meet chicks. And his name's Muggy. And when he would go up to girls, he'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" He'd be like looking everywhere but at the girl. Muggy, dude, just fucking look at the girl in her eye when you're talking to her. Is it that fucking hard, dude? Are you that autistic? But anyway,
We spoke a little bit about what you got going on.
I guess your camera angle in your screen or maybe
Yeah, no, that is like low key. I'm trying to figure that out because that is kind of the angle, I guess, kind of
yeah. I mean,
makes it look like I'm not paying attention.
yeah. What exactly does your setup look like?
Uh, well, my camera is right above my monitor. So like you right
Okay.
now, the Zoom meeting, you're right below my camera.
Okay, so you're looking at me normally now. Like
Yeah.
this is fine, like the way that you're looking now.
Yeah, but when it's on the Google call, he was like, so you're at the top of the screen right now. He's like towards the middle left of the screen.
Okay.
So
Well, what I do is as soon as I'm on a call, like the only thing that matters when you're on a call is this person, right? So like I on Zoom typically, I'm pretty sure you can do this on Google Meet. I pin the person. I make my screen full screen. I pin the person. So they
mhm.
take up my entire screen, and I'm looking at, I'm trying to look somewhere between them and the camera.
Okay.
Just
Okay, cool.
a little thing because that also helps you just like you're going to see so much more, right? Uh, it's such like a minor thing, dude. Like, but pinning the person so that they take up your entire screen, you see so much more in their shifts in their energy, their tonality. Like, you see if they're distracted. You're not
Yeah, for
you don't
sure.
get you yourself don't get distracted as much. It's really you have a better like feel a connection better with you.
On the intro call. Uh, on this call, we're just going to go deep into your pain points, deep into what's going on.
Okay, we're not saying going deep into your pain points, but okay.
Much, how
So
about you?
Man, I'm pretty good, man.
Awesome.
cool. What like okay, so energy is kind of like okay, meh, whatever, it could be better. Intro, like having like I would have at least one small talk question. Like
Okay.
one. I usually say what city are you calling from, but that's because I'm selling online to people. Like you guys, how's your week been so far? Pretty good. Awesome. Hey man, well, I know we've got a lot to cover. Are you ready to jump right in? Are like I know we have a limited amount of time. Are you ready to jump in? Definitely. Cool. Well, definitely blah blah blah. Let's go right into your frame like that. Like this thing, this one,
Much, how about you?
Man, I'm pretty good, man.
Awesome. Well, let's just get right into this. So I'm excited to have this call with you. We spoke a little bit about what you got going on the intro call. Uh, on this call, we're just going to go deep into your pain points, deep into what's going on with your business right now, where you would like to get to, some of the trouble you've kind of been running into. And then if I feel like we align, and I feel like this strategy would
little bit of weirdness there.
business right now, where you would like to get to, and if I feel like we align, and I feel like this,
Like what was that? Something in the
I don't
like
know.
he doesn't know your frame, dude. You know, and like it's like if you're like, oh no, wait, that's not what I'm supposed to say, but he doesn't really know. Like something you have to do is kind of like turn off the self. You have like a self judgment, self criticism thing in
Yeah,
your head.
no,
Where
I
like, oh, I
do,
didn't say
bro.
that
It's
right,
really bad.
bro. Like the prospect doesn't know what you're going to say. You know, like they're chill, cool, man. And if we align, like that's not exactly what I say in my pitch or my frame, I should say, but you know, the biggest thing is just rolling through it and not, you know,
Right.
not little things like that fuck you up. Um, and it just makes you sound weird and lacking certainty,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like the frame is something that you should. It's like a pillar of the call. One of the things that it's the same every time. And there's like two of them that I like. One of them is cool. So we're going to go deep on this call and have a no BS conversation about exactly what's going on in your business right now. And if I feel like there's alignment between what you're looking to accomplish and what I do, then we can jump into all those details, if that sounds good. The other one's like, okay, so definitely excited to dig into your story. We're going to go deep into what's going on with your business right now and also what you're looking to accomplish. And then from there, if we have alignment between that and what I do, then we can jump into all those details, if that sounds good. Okay, cool. Anyway,
Much. How about you? You spoke a little bit about what you got going on the intro call.
yeah, so you're so far like the introduction and report frame is like you want to nail this part, but we're gonna skip ahead here.
Sound good?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I have some notes from the call pulled up. So you mentioned that you're doing 50 to 70 new calls daily, and this is from your Google Ads.
There's no way, dude. He's doing 50 to 70 new, like he gets 50 to 70 new calls daily from Google Ads. This guy with the negative 400p camera.
No, he makes like
No,
no money profit from it. So
How is that even possible?
That's from my other business. That's from my towing business. So my new
from your
business is
towing.
new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. But from your towing, so you're
Chris says he's calling him live from his toaster.
doing 50 to 70 new calls from your towing business a day, and then you're closing 10 to 20 of those.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So So I guess how much like revenue wise, like what did
So I guess how much like revenue wise, like what did you do? So here's the thing with it. Like I just did it. It's a bad habit. But you want to you go, rather than doing the thing that prospects do, which is think as they're talking and risk sounding like dummy, like pause for a second, think, what's the next question I want to ask? Or like he said this, so what do I need? What do I want to know next? And pause for a second and then just ask it, like land the plane. Little things like that just make you sound better. It's like there's death by a thousand cuts. It's like the opposite. This it's like becoming an authority or like a professional by a thousand, whatever the opposite of a cut is. Like, and someone needs to come up with a saying for that. Life by a thousand not cuts. Shut up. Anyway,
sound good? No.
No. That.
Okay, gotcha. But from your towing, so you're doing 50 to 70 new calls from your towing business a day, and then you're closing 10 to 20 of those?
Yes.
Okay.
So my immediate question is like, okay, so what's the problem?
Well, so what he wants to do with the strategy is not for the towing business, it's for a home service. And
Okay,
we get into that, but his main source of income right now is the towing service.
got it. And so why can't you do the same marketing for your new business as your towing business? Better yet, what makes you want to start a new business when you already have something that's working?
I think I did ask that. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did later on. But
Yeah, like you're just kind of going into the revenue. Um, it's like, okay, cool. I have the notes from a call pulled up. The only note you have is that he's doing 50 to 70 new calls daily from the Google Ads. Like you must have spoke about more than that.
yeah.
And from my notes, I see that like the towing business is going fairly well. You're closing leads, but you're wanting to start this new business. Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay, so what is the biggest challenge that you're having, scaling this new business right now? Oh, well, the way that I grew my towing business through SEO, and that took a really long time, and I want to scale this one up fast. I don't have the time to waste. Huh. Okay, so right now you don't have a scalable strategy that's going to help you grow the new business in the amount of time that you're looking to grow it. And you don't have a lot of time to waste. Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. So what's going on now that when you say you don't have time to waste, like what's going on now that means you're starting a brand new business and looking to do blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, like, blah 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 blah, right? Like anyway,
Yeah, it's really bad that I didn't even talk about the business that is the main priority in the beginning. So
yeah, you could probably just be like, listen, dude, I can you just remind me like what is the biggest challenge that you're having in scaling this business right now? Considering that you're doing it, like, or just remind me. Like I talked to a lot of people, and like my dog ate my notes.
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. But from your towing, so you're doing 50, 70 new calls from your towing.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I guess how much like revenue wise
I guess how much like I did it.
is like what did you do in April with
Okay, we're gonna do a discovery on Logan now.
Oh God.
What is it? What's going through your head when you're asking about his revenue? Because here's
Uh
what the question should have been. Okay, so from the 10 to 20 sales that you made in April, how much revenue did that generate? It's like a very like straightforward question. How much revenue did you generate last month from the towing business? But you said, okay, cool, cool. So I guess how much like revenue wise, like what did you do in April with your towing business? So is there something that's going through your head which is making it like, do you feel some type of awkwardness around asking about their revenue, their money?
no, to be honest, one thing is I was super nervous about this call because this is my first like sales call, like real sales call. So I was
Oh,
nervous
okay.
in general.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
Towards later in the call, I got like I started getting a little bit better at pausing because I feel confident in pausing and then talking. It's just like, nerves were there. But um no, I'm not nervous about the money question at all. It's just the sales call in general, I was just super nervous. And I kind of, to be honest, I low key winged it. Like I didn't really go in like, super prepared or as prepared as I should have, been.
Yeah.
So
Do you think those two things are related? The fact that you were nervous and you winged it?
yes. Well, no, I
What
don't
do you,
know.
is it yes or no?
I mean, I don't know. I just I should have been more prepared for this in general. I feel like if I was way more prepared, I definitely wouldn't have been as nervous.
What were you nervous about?
Just mm, I think it's just I'm not used to the atmosphere of being like I'm the leader in this situation. I'm not used to that feeling. I'm used to being like a prospect, or I'm used to, question answer, question answer, question answer. I'm not used to leading someone, you know, leadership as you talk about all the time. Like I'm not used to that. So that's definitely a big reason as to why I was nervous because I'm not familiar.
Just leading a conversation or leading some.
Yeah.
Hmm. Do you have I don't know, like any, is it just because you never done it? It's just unfamiliar. It's something that you have
It's
to.
unfamiliar. I also like I do have social anxiety. So that's also like a little bit of a factor, but it's mostly just the fact that I've never done it.
Okay. Well, in general, the two solutions to both, like the same solution to both of those things is going to be reps. Be practice is
Yeah,
going to,
for sure.
unless you have some like deep traumatic reason why you have social anxiety.
No, no. I mean, with intro, I've done a lot of intro calls. I've taken more than 10 intro calls by now, and I feel comfortable with those. And I don't do the, like I guess like I don't do that as much anymore. I still do it, obviously, but
Yeah.
it
I
is
can
just
just, yeah,
reps.
like your state is off. They like, you should have certainty when you're asking these questions,
Right.
which is like, Uh, I mean, dude, like you just being in the right state, the right questions come out of that most of the time. If you're just listening to the person and you're thinking about the right things, okay, so I'm here to talk about problems and pains, things that are not working in the call. And you're in the right state of like certainty and like silencing your mind and just being totally present and oh, okay, he said this and this. Okay, interesting. So you said this. How much revenue did you make last month? Like just pausing, like slowing down a little bit, but it's like those are it's like the fundamental state. So whatever you can do tangibly, like not yeah, tangibly, um, whatever you can do to relax yourself before your call, it's like physically relax your body is going to help. I would mentally visualize the call going really smooth all the way to the end. The person's super happy to see you. You're showing up like a leader. They're like, I'm in. Here's my credit card. Boom, paying full. You're going into Boris's inner winners chat and be like, hey guys, close another 6K. Super excited to work with this guy. Like mental rehearsal. I posted a thing from Psycho Cybernetic, like this. I some guy posted, and I snagged it. Anyway, the thing from Psycho Cybernetics, which I posted in the inner circle. Psycho Cybernetics is like a legendary book. Some guy condensed 10 lessons out of it, and super worthwhile to read that because a lot of the stuff comes from that. Um, and then if you're pinning this person, so all you can see is him, and try as much as you can to not think of any questions while he's talking and just be totally present when they're talking. It's like the way the place where my questions come from is I'm really not thinking, and I have absolute 100% certainty, conviction, confidence that the the next words out of my mouth, the next question I ask is 100% going to be the best question I could have asked. And I'm not like getting in my head about that. And if it's not, I'll ask a different question. Whatever. It's not like the end of the world.
45.
But the big thing is like when you're tuning into the people, like if we zoom out from like the words, it like the essence of a conversation is like if you focus on the essence or the energy of a person, the conversation of sales is like they're here to solve a problem. They should be feeling negative. When you ask a question and we're like we're trying to get deeper into the pain, and you see that they react neutrally or positively, or like they're kind of happy-go-lucky, or they have weird stuff like that, like that that's what we call like the meta in sales. It's like you're looking at how the person is reacting, not just what they're saying. It's like, you said that. It's like, I noticed that you said that you don't have a lot of time with your daughter, but you almost seem kind of happy about it. You didn't seem that bothered by it. What's going on? Like you can, if you want to like cut to having like a real conversation with people, because like we're selling business stuff, but they're on the call because their life is probably not the greatest because of their shitty business in most cases. So like tuning into the prospect and like kind of like looking at it's like the way I think about it's like when you ask a question, you're kind of seeing what impact did it have on the person. Did they say something negative? Did their state change? Like that's the like the super high level skill in sales is it's actually very simple. It's just like being super observant and tuned into the person where when you can see once their state changes, which is what we're trying to do in sales, like get them into a state of pain and like where they're like, dude, I have to make a change now. They're starting to take act, like they're starting to feel urgency. Like that is, what we're doing. And so like you don't really need it's crazy script to do that. You just have to be tuned into the person and just understand the philosophy of sales, which is like that I know their essence or their energy is like they should be feeling like guilty. They should be like almost like confessing to me how bad it is. And if they're not, I have to talk about that. Like I noticed that you don't even seem that bothered by this. It's like, well, dude, like I know that for the people to buy, they have to have a burning problem, strong desire, and commitment to change it. They need to admit to me they can't do it themselves. And they need to trust me at a certain level that I can help them solve it. It just doesn't seem like this is a burning problem for you. You know, it might, it doesn't seem like this is that bad. I, I'm not seeing a strong commitment for you to want to solve this. Maybe I'm wrong. What's going on? Is it fair to say that that's the reason why you're still in this situation? You know, like you can like basically that's like a frame for the call. If people are not in like falling into that frame, then you can basically use that to identify why they have the problem in the first place. For example, if somebody's like, "Yeah, I don't have a burning problem," well, that's probably why you're still in the situation. You have it's like it's it's not bad enough for you to do anything about it yet. It's fair to say.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to go off this call and go think about how bad your situation is and whether or not it makes sense for you to do anything about it? Maybe I should. So anyway,
5,000,
Okay.
but I spent about 15,000 in Google Ads.
Okay. And then is there like what do your living expenses look like?
he's probably like, "What?"
Like personal living expenses.
Yeah, like what do you so you're spending 15,000 of that on Google?
Yeah. So
Where
I pretty much
Yeah. Interesting. So he says like 45,000. How much revenue did you do in April with your towing business? We was right at like 45,000. Okay, but I spent about 15,000 in Google Ads. Um, okay, so you went right to living. Okay, so like there is an order to the information that you get, right? So with this guy, okay, does that mean that you profited $30,000 in your towing business? Or okay, so you had 45K top line, like 15, so $30,000 after your ads. Um, After all your other business expenses, how much did you profit last month? 22,000. Okay, and out of that 22,000, how much do you pay yourself take home? 7,000. Okay. 7,000. And is that something or I would just this is me doing it. Okay, so of the 7,000, how much of that is left over after living expenses? Or how much are your monthly how much did you spend last month on living expense? You don't necessarily have to ask you don't have to ask that, but like if you're going to be thorough, you might as well because like they're usually on the call because they're not making enough money.
Mhm.
It's also kind of just it's kind of odd that we're going right into the numbers within the first 2 minutes because like I don't really know what the problem is. She's like, okay, so you're closing 10 to 20. So like boom, like right into the numbers versus like having him you being like, oh, so what is the challenge? Like, so what is the big challenge right now that's got you on the call? Oh, well, I need to go from 50 to 70 calls to 100 to 140. Or like I need to get the same amount of volume, but for this other business. Okay, why? What's going on? Oh, well, dude, like I have another baby and it's gonna cost me an extra XYZ dollars. And my towing business is capped out because I need to buy another truck and trucks are 50 grand. I don't want to do that. So I want to start this other business. I want to get out towing. Oh, okay, that makes total sense.
Like about 45,000,
Okay.
but I spent about 15,000 in Google Ads.
Okay.
April.
So yeah, this is
I pretty much broke even. I mean, I might have made a few $1,000s, but it's pretty much breaking even.
Okay. So
yeah, because his this guy's numbers don't really make sense. But
Yeah, I was kind of confused at first, but we figured it out.
you need to use more specific language in your questions. So
Yeah.
got it. So you made $45,000 revenue last month in the business. You know, after your business expenses, so ads, gas, tow truck, staff, whatever, how much did you profit? 20,000. Okay. And how much of that do you take home personally? 5,000. Okay, what do you do with the other 15,000 in the business? Oh, well, actually, those are for taxes. Oh, okay. So after you pay yourself 5K, like there's no other profit left in the business then? Yeah. Huh. Okay. And so how long have you not profited in the business for and only paid yourself 5K per month? Or I mean, someone makes 5K per month. That's like poverty numbers. So you'd be like, okay, so 5K per month. How much are your living expenses, your personal living expenses? Oh, they're 4,500. Oh shit. So you have an extra 500 bucks left over at the end of every month? Yeah. Okay. How long have you been in this situation where you've only had an extra 500 bucks left over and the business isn't profitable? Or it's barely profitable? Oh yeah, dude, like 2 years or like 6 months or 3 months or 2 years or 5 years or who knows. Okay. And is that having any sort of negative impact on you or any, how is that affecting you if it is? Oh, well, it actually really sucks because blah, 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 blah. Okay. Makes sense. And you can keep digging. And so why now are you looking at changing it? Or like, why now do you need to, you know, solve this or change the situation if you do? Oh, well, because blah, blah, blah. I hate this business. I want to sell it. I want to do this other business. Why? Oh, because my girlfriend's pregnant and she's having another kid. I only have $500 left over personally. It's not enough. Oh, fuck. Okay. When's she due? Oh, she's due in August. Shit. So in 3 months. Yeah. Okay. So what have you done to try to figure this out? Well, nothing. This is the first call I've been on. It's like, oh, okay. Any reason why you waited until your girlfriend's 3 months? She's about to give birth in 3 months to get this handled? Well, blah blah blah. And now you're having like a real conversation with this person, but obviously it's all role playing.
Okay. So I guess
So like an idea of how the conversation will go though.
why are you looking to get into home service? Like, is it you're looking to,
We skipped.
right? So you're profiting a couple thousand. How much exactly?
Yeah, about 3,000.
Yeah, you just have to like get your lingo right. Like revenue, profit, take home, personal living expenses, business expenses. Anyway,
3,000.
3,000. Okay. So about 27,000 is going to your contractors, and then you're profiting around 3K. Okay. So I guess why are you looking to get into home service? Like, is it
yeah, just keep the question open-ended. Like this, it was fine. Why are you looking to get into home service? You don't want to lead them.
right?
You can do the stuff in your DMs a little bit, I guess, but like don't do it on a call.
So, I mean,
You're taking the ownership away from them by like feeding them answers.
for me to be just ending up with a few $1,000s at the end of the increase my profit margins and like I said, just the tone is just it's so fast paced. It's a lot going on. Like I said, I'm taking so many calls a day. Like
Okay. So okay, here it is. There's the pain point right there. It's like it's overwhelming. Like you look like happy as a clam.
Bro.
You're like
Crazy freeze frame.
tell me more. Tell me how bad it is. Yeah.
increase my profit margins and like I said, just the tone is just it's so fast paced.
Bro, it looks like your camera's like maybe it's like moving super fast. That's why it's so blurry.
It's a lot going on. Like I said, I'm taking so many calls a day. Like I said, those 50 to 70 calls per day, those are like those are new calls. So it doesn't include when like people are calling back, checking to see where's the tow truck at, how long it's gonna be. So I'm actually taking like a little bit over 100 calls a day. And it's just it's pretty overwhelming and it's like low ticket. So I'm chasing $150, $175 leads. And I just think in home service I can just maybe take a lot less calls a day and be chasing high tickets.
The next question says, why don't you want to work a lot?
God.
Um, you're on the right track. So the the way that I think about this is okay, so it's still very surface level. Okay, so you're taking like 100 calls a day. You said it's overwhelming, it's fast paced. I mean, tell me more. Like how, like what is the problem though? Like that we're still talking about we're not talking about a cost yet. You know, like a cost is like it's costing me money, it's costing me time, it's costing me energy,
But what
it's
happens, like,
affecting my personal
hypothetically?
life.
Sorry, hypothetically, like, if I ask that and he just says something like, "Oh, it's just stressful for me. Like, it stresses me out." Like, what do I say to that? Do I just ask him to keep telling
Yeah,
me more, or
for sure.
okay?
Interesting. When you say it's stressing you out, in what way? How- Is that stress showing up in any other part of your life outside of your business? Tell me more. How long has
Okay.
that been going on for? Huh. So you've been under stress for the past 3 years. Is that having any impact on you right now? Yeah, dude, it's fucking blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it sounds like, um, I mean, with this guy, it's interesting because you're talking about the tow truck business, but he doesn't want to do the tow truck business. You're not really
Yeah, I'm realizing that. Oh my gosh, we yapped about it for way too long.
yeah. Um, I mean, my first thought is like, well, why don't you get somebody else to take the calls, like a normal business owner would? Couldn't you just hire somebody else to take the calls and then you scale up the ads or get, like you did say it's lower ticket, but um, the biggest objections that this guy that in my mind, which is the most obvious ones, is like number one, why can't he just do what he did to scale up the tow trucking business for home service? Uh, Number two, I just I guess this guy has enough pain. He's only making like 3K a month. Sounds like he's working his ass off. I mean, I'd want to know exactly how that's affecting his life. Like, where is this dude suffering right now from the situation, right? But like, the biggest thing is like, okay, so you have 3K per month. Like, do you have, with another one, it's like, do you have money to put into marketing? Well, I guess he's spending 15K on Google ads. Could you reallocate that, towards this?
Right. I mean, you're taking all these calls. You don't.
Okay. So anyway, he said a lot here. So you really could have, um, so before you went into why don't you want to work a lot, you could have just asked him. So when you say it's overwhelming and it's low ticket, you're taking over 100 calls a day, you're chasing these leads that are 150, $175. Like why is that a problem? What's going on as a result of that? Right? And basically it's like getting to an actual cost, right? Money, time, energy, it's stressing me out. So emotional. Maybe it's having a physical toll on his body, just like burning himself out. Like you don't know. But the thing is, like, if you keep talking about like what are you going to sell this guy? Like, we're not going to sell him more marketing for his tow truck business. So it's like, okay, got it. Like, you need to like wrap this up super quickly and be like, okay, got it. So, what did you already start your home service business yet? Yes, no. Okay. Why can't you just do what you did for the tow truck service with that? Okay. How long have you been thinking of doing the home service business? How long have you been wanting to get out of tow trucking and into this? Okay. Why haven't you done it yet? Okay. How many companies did you reach out to help you with marketing for your home service business? Right. And then you could just kind of go from there.
Okay.
Um,
And why exactly is
but anyway, like you could just basically say, okay, so like you always want to ask like the what before the why, right? So like you can get specific on a lot of this stuff. When you say it's fast paced, like what does that even mean? Fast paced in what way? Oh, dude, I'm taking calls all day. I work 16 hours a day. Oh, wow. How many days a week do you work? 7. So you're working 16. Okay. So you're working, math's not exact science, 7 times 6, 112 hours a week on this, and you're making 3K a month. Yeah. When you say it's pretty overwhelming, like, how do you mean? Oh, well, dude, like I don't get a break when I'm working. I have to like be on the call all day. Okay. Huh. So, you could just at that point, you're like, okay, so why now do you no longer want to work those hours? Or how long have you been working those, like that schedule for? And like, you could just probe and go deeper and deeper and then go into like, why now? Or like, why do you need to change if you do? Okay, why now? Okay, what needs to change for you to get out of this and into that? Okay, that makes sense. Have you looked for help for that yet? No. How come? Was there a turning point where now you are looking for help? Okay, got it. Tell me more. What happened? How did that make you feel? Interesting. Yeah, da 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 da. Okay, so why, if you do you feel like Instagram ads is what you need to scale a home service business? Okay, and what did you see with what I was doing, which made you feel like I could help? Okay, got it. Cool. Probably hit them with a summary of like, cool. So you're in this business that's overwhelming. You're not making any money. The model that you use to scale up and get leads for the tow trucking business, it's like you don't think it's going to work for home services, or you don't know if it will. So you want to work with an expert who can just, you know, help you cut the trial and error. Who knows what he says? And you want to do that immediately because of A, B, and C. To get that all right. Is there anything else you would add? No. Cool. How soon would you like to start growing this home service business and getting the marketing place to do that? Or how soon are you ready to do that? Today. Okay, why now? We've got, okay, cool. Well, if you like, I can walk you through exactly how I make that happen, A through Z. This is lead is proof that retard maxing is the key to success. Anyway,
I think something that'd be worth looking at is when I price drop, because after I price drop, there's a lot. So you'll probably see it if you just scroll down in the script, but yeah, after I price dropped, okay, yeah. What about uh I would click on what about the price doesn't,
What
that's
about
probably
the
right.
price doesn't?
Okay.
oh, pitching this guy pretty fast.
Oh wait, it's up there for sure. But yeah, I mean, this whole part of the call, I feel like I would like help on and kind of some insight. Where the hell?
Sure, there's a way to just control F this.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. So this strategy is built to pre-qualify. So does that sound like something realistic that you can? So the time commitment for this strategy is around, it can vary 5 to 10 hours a week. Does that sound like something realistic that you can commit to?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And as far as you will be putting in your own ad spend, the base level most of the time is 30 to 35 or $20 to $30 a day. or around like $1,000 per month. Does that sound realistic for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So,
Quite the
sound realistic for
delay
you?
here.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, trying to think if we touch base on everything.
What's the delay, dude? Just make them an offer. The problem is we're at 15 minutes.
Bruh.
Were there any tie downs or like anything before this?
Sound realistic for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, trying to think if we touch base on everything.
Okay, you walked him through the strategy. He's like, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this. How do you feel about the process so far? Problem is, we're only 15 minutes into this. There's no way this guy sold. But anyway, the guy's kind of like waiting for you to make a move. You know, it's like,
I found where the price drop is. It's at 24 or
well, oh, you don't pitch him right here? I
23.41.
thought you were done with the pitch.
No. It's at 23.41 is when I officially dropped the price. It just
Okay.
has it typed out as words instead of like 6,000 numbers. Yeah, there it is.
So,
Ah,
the price for this strategy for 3 months, it's a 3-month contract. It's at $6,000.
and people on Instagram would just tear this apart. You don't say price and you don't say contract, dude. You know. But they are right. So the investment for us to help you come in and set up A, B, and C to help you get out of towing and into home service is $6K. If we can figure that out for you financially, if you can make that work for you financially, is that something you want to do? Or you just shut up. Or you go, does that make sense? And then you shut up. You don't say, does that sound realistic to you?
What's the breakdown on it?
Well, it's exactly what I just spent the past 8 minutes explaining. But what do you mean by what's the breakdown of it? Like what
The breakdown is the implementation of the system.
No, I'm saying like on 6,000, you just want it all up front.
Oh, yeah. Well, most of my clients pay it in full. Is that something that you can do?
I did say that, but I yapped a lot.
Over talking, bro.
Yeah.
Most of my clients pay upfront, yes, because
Is that something you can do? Most of my clients pay up front. Is that something you can do? It's if you know you're committed, yeah, just like over justifying, dude. Just over talking, over justifying.
God.
You don't, I mean, you don't need to talk that much. Like, especially at this part of the call, it's like less is really more, dude. Like,
Right.
yeah, most of my clients pay it in full. Is that something that you can do?
most of my clients pay upfront, yes,
Because that makes them more committed. Is that something you can do? Oh, Fathom's messing up on us.
when it works well for them. It's the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to be straight up, which I don't like that because I don't like that. It's quite the reason.
Yeah,
When it works well for them. It's the same thing. I don't know what ad you came from, but my client that made $20,000 in March, they were.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know, bro. I'm so chopped.
yeah, I'm gonna be straight up with you.
So
I
bad.
don't like that because I don't like that.
Why not?
Which, from the beginning of me doing Google Ads,
Mhm.
I hired a marketing team.
Okay.
And I was paying them about $2,400 a month.
Okay.
And it wasn't going right.
How so?
Like you're not doing bad with the over talking now.
Yeah.
A lot of mornings I would wait, like, so it seemed like it would go good for a few days, then it would go bad for days, and then back again for a few days, dead for.
Did I not say earlier, like number one, why can't he just do this himself? Like, why does I mean, let's forget about him, the fact that he's wanting to quit his towing business, start a new business. Like he's running 15 grand a month in marketing at Google Ads. Why not just do that for this other business? There's no, like, he needs to sell me on why that's not a viable option. Otherwise, why would I pitch him? Like, well, dude, you should probably just do the Google thing. I'm not just going to pitch you just to pitch you. And people are not going to buy if they really have a back door where they're like, oh yeah, I just want to see what this is about. I'm just going to do the Google. Like, you need to tie that down.
A lot of mornings I would wait, like, so.
And also the fact that he had a marketing agency before, that would have been good information to know. Like, are you running your ads now? Yeah, I am. Okay. Have you ever hired someone in the past to run them? Yeah, and it went horrible. Okay, considering like we're selling kind of the same thing or similar things, that might be something you want to talk about.
It seemed like it would go good for a few days, then it would go bad for days, and then back again for a few days.
Yeah, you're like, what were they doing wrong? How would he know? It doesn't really matter. It's like, well, considering the fact that, you had a bad experience with another marketing agency company. Where was that belief when you booked in this call? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Or, yeah, I guess I could, I'm good at Google Ads, but, I really want to crack Instagram for whatever reason.
Because I had to learn this because it just didn't make sense to me. So over time, I took over myself. And that's why I was able to learn different things about Google Ads or how to operate it.
Okay. What exactly about?
Yeah. See, like, you're going about this from like the wrong angle, where it's like, well, dude, Google Ads. Why don't you just do the Google Ads for your other business? Like, explain that to me. Because then you're probably like worried, okay, if I say that, he'll be like, oh yeah, I should just do that. And then I'll get off the call and go do that. And I'm not going to pay you any money. But no, dude, like, he wouldn't be on the call if that was an actual option. It's already not an option. You have to get him on the record saying that, ideally earlier in the call. So hold on, you're already running Google Ads, spending 15K a month. Now you're looking into Instagram. Why? Why not just keep doing this? Oh, okay, you don't want to do it because blah, blah, blah. Okay, got it. We don't have to talk about that anymore. Not going to come back. Okay, so do you want to help? Do you want to like figure this out yourself, or do you want to get some help? I don't know, man. What do you mean you don't know? Well, I had a bad experience before. Oh, what happened? Yeah, I hired this company and they kind of sucked. Oh, okay. Interesting. How many companies did you hire after that? I just one. Okay, and when did you work with them last? That was like last year. A year ago, yeah. Okay. And so have you been doing your own ads since then? Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm really not seeing, like, you'd have to basically be like, well, I'm not really seeing why, unless you tie this down, I'm not really seeing why you don't just do your own ads again. Like, why, like, explain that to me.
Because I had to learn this because I mean, I really can't say what they were doing wrong because it's so many different components. So just because you spend it in top dollar don't mean that you're going to be getting the calls. just because you have all the keywords and all the phrases, don't mean that it's gonna be running as it should.
Okay.
So again, I went through I've been through a lot with Google Ads. So
what makes you think that's going to translate here?
Now you're basically getting him to dig his feet in the sand of why he's not going to buy from you.
Damn.
Huh.
Bruh.
I mean, dude, the classic analogies. I mean, dude, like, maybe you shouldn't do this. If you don't want to have any bad experiences with marketing agencies, like the 100% surefire way to make that happen is to just never hire them again. Just do all this yourself. Continue doing it yourself. Why not just do that? No, 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 because blah, blah, blah. Okay. So just because you had a bad experience, it's like if you got in a car accident before and did you stop driving after that? Like if you had your heart broken in high school, did you never date again? Like what are you talking about, man? Like,
yeah.
like how much, here's the other thing, like, well, how much time is he spending managing his own ads? And like, that would be another good data point because it's like, okay, your business is making 45K a month. You're spending 5 hours a week on your own Google ads, 20 hours a month. You work how many hours? Okay. Oh yeah, you work 60 hours. You work a lot. So it's like 60 times 4, 240, 45,000 divided by 240. You make $187 an hour. So like you're spending 187 times 20. You're basically spending $4,000 a month anyway of your own time doing something that you could just have somebody else do. You could, maybe work on other stuff. I mean, you don't have to do that, but it's like another way of looking at it. But dude, you're just burning 4K a month of your own money anyway. We're talking about 6K for 3 months. You're burning that every month and a half.
I mean, I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just going based
Apparently there's a man with a machete.
off the past. So just dealing with because I mean you
Yeah, it's going based off the past. Okay. So just don't do anything then. Why did you even book in a call?
you're a marketer, so
Right.
So are you.
Just dealing with that. I mean, I'm willing to. I want to try you out because you marketing in a different lane that I don't fully understand.
No, it's not. I want to try you out. Like people buy because they're like, I'm fucked if I don't do this, which comes from tying down all these other options that they have. The most obvious objection is that he's already doing Google ads. Why the hell don't you just keep doing that? And if you don't ask about that, then it's just like, oh, well, he can posture and be like, well, I just want to try you out. I'm like, bro, you're making 3K a month. Like, why don't you try making some more money, dude? Like, well, like your business that is doing $45,000 a month is paying you $3,000 a month. That's not a business. It's like a really shitty, like super busy sounding, like annoying job. Like, why don't you just quit the business and go get a job? No, like, okay. Well, dude, like, do you imagine, like, if you had a better blah, 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 and you had this, you don't want to sell by hypotheticals, but like, this guy is getting to posture that everything's going well for him because you just didn't do the tie downs earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Just how expensive it is. It's not expensive, dude.
Yeah, no, I knew as
What
soon as
about-
I finished asking that, I knew it was such a bad thing to say.
I mean, it's not even about how expensive it is because I mean, if it's gonna work, then it's cool. Like it's
Look, where is the doubt? It's right here. If it's going to work. You said if it's going to work. What about this makes it an if for you? And not, it's definitely going to work. Well, I don't know anything about it. I never did before. Yeah. Well, guess what? That's you're not going to know until you try. You know, my job is not to convince you of how it's going to go for you. You know, I'm here to explain what this is all about and why you should do it and why it's different than this and that, and you know, give you examples of how it went for my other clients and myself. But you know, um, I mean, if you feel like this is an if it's even going to work in the first place, let's just talk about that, because any one of the people that I work with, they're not thinking it's an if. They're thinking it's a 100%. It's a no brainer. So like I guess where is that? You know, brain fart. Where's the missing link for you? Like, where are you like not so clear or certain about this strategy? Let's talk about it.
All right, what's making you uncertain?
I mean, again,
Yeah, just basing off my past experience with marketing. How many marketing companies do you work with? One. Okay, how many marketing companies are there? A million? Like, do you think that there's one bad apple out of a million? Yeah, there's probably a lot, but like, did you learn anything from that last company as far as like what you're going to look for going forward with the next one, or are you just never going to hire anybody ever again? You know, the with this guy, like, I mean, let's say that he's been thinking of starting his home service business for the past freaking 9 months, which would get him out of a situation of being poor, working his ass off 9 months ago. And you're like, dude, like you could have solved this problem 9 months ago. And you wouldn't be going through A, B, and C, like whatever consequences of his pain are, right? But you're allowing a bad experience to hold you back, right? You're letting a past mistake burn you twice. Are you willing to settle for that? Like, obviously, this is stuff that can be done in the discovery, getting people to take ownership of the fact that they're the problem. Like, dude, you could have just hired somebody 6 months ago or 9 months ago, but you basically let this one bad experience hold you back. I guess, this fear of getting burnt. Like, do you feel like you know, that's a valid reason to not hire somebody and not solve the problem? No. Is it going to solve the problem if you don't? No. Well, what do you need to do? I need to hire somebody. Why? I mean, you did get burned again. Or you did get burned before. What happens if it happens again? Well, I guess I'll hire somebody else. Okay. So it's important for you to actually solve the problem now. Yes. What changed? Why did it change? What happened? Like, these are the tie downs that you would do to somebody like this in the discovery so that they don't come up with this BS. And then the main thing though is he still says it's an if. Like, and that might just be because not because he doesn't believe in your system, or like it might make total sense, but it's like um it's kind of like if you were bit by a dog as a kid, and every single dog you see as an adult, no matter how cute and cuddly it is, you just see it as like a vicious dog. You know what I mean? It's like you're not seeing reality properly. And it's like the way to combat that is not to say, well, don't be afraid of dogs or don't be afraid of hiring marketers. But if we zoom out, what is this fear holding you back from? This fear is holding you back from taking an action to solve this big problem, which is getting marketing going for this other type of business, which is going to solve the problem of you working 16-hour days, making $3,000 a month, working your ass off, being overwhelmed, not having a social life, being broke, getting no bitches. Like this fear is keeping you in your situation. Do you see how that works? Oh yeah, fuck. Are you willing to allow it to continue holding you here? That's up to you. I don't care what you do. It's like I'll find somebody else who wants to work with me, who's not afraid. Anyway, I think that's enough for this one. Anyone have
Thank you, Ben. I
some?
appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Questions, comments, takeaways, anything?
Logan, I feel like
Yeah,
you'll be
too
all right,
much.
bro. You'll
Huh?
be all right. It's
Be
okay.
all right.
When I say that, I feel like because at the beginning of it, I put a lot of pressure on myself, which is good because you definitely do need to improve, and I still put pressure on myself. But if you tell your, I don't know how to explain it, but like meaning you can take some pressure off in the moment and just focus on the prospect, right? Instead of like, okay, if I fuck this up, then it just like kind of it's like a self-fulfilling loop. But it's like,
Right.
all right, I'll be all right at the end of this call, no matter what happens. Like it's all good. And then,
Yeah.
especially with Ben on your side, like you'll be all right. That's what I mean.
The biggest thing is like not looking at it in your day by day. If you're looking at everything as like, I need to close a deal today, you're always going to be under stress. You're always going to be in survival mode. You should be looking at it in, your monthly goals, quarterly, yearly goals, like your next 5 year goals. Zoom out a bit and just understand like one way or the other, as he pops in his in, one way or the other, dude, like I'm either going to not close this person and I'm going to get data of what I did wrong so that I'm going to be better for the next call, or I am going to close them and cool, like close a client. Awesome. If you just started closing everybody, it wouldn't actually be that valuable because you're like, oh, sales is actually ridiculously easy. And I don't have to learn or grow at all. Like this is awesome. But all these changes that you make, every single thing that you learn, if you never make that mistake again, I mean, dude, like you're gonna make really, really quick progress. Like I can already see, like it's already there. Like it's just like little tweaks.
Yeah, for
Like you
sure.
were over talking, but when he was at the end, he's like, "Well, why this? Why that?" It's just knowing how to guide what he's saying in a different direction than the way you took it. Whereas like what you asked was like getting him closer to not buying. What I asked was like, well, moving him closer to buying. Like this is stuff that
For
you're
sure.
you're gonna learn. By the way, what's up, Pablo? I don't think we've ever met, but good to meet you, dude.
So, hey, thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I got a big takeaway.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's
just
hear it.
I don't know if I say it properly. My English is not the best yet,
Logan?
but take the commitment or the ownership in the discovery. So
Yeah,
how to refine and be precise with that while you are discovering.
yeah. I mean, it just prevents so many objections at the end. Um, yeah, it's kind of like um, the art of sales is like all the things that people do at the end of the call. If you just do them up front, like it just it's way smoother. And there's like, um,
And also, what about the energy, the state, right? Because the thing you
mm,
said about if you don't do the same mistake again,
yeah,
you would be get a lot better in a short time. But if you get out
state's
of
the biggest
state,
one.
you
State,
make you make those mistakes again. Even no, I feel.
yeah, yeah. So state. I mean, I have like a pre-call little checklist thing for specifically for my state, but message me. Uh, it's it's good to have something that you can look at to get you into state temporarily. It's also good to look at all the things in your life that take you out of state because in many cases it's like your life bleeding into your sales, which mess up your sales. You fight with your girlfriend, you have some financial issues, you're I don't know, your parents are sick, you you just went out drinking, you're hungover, you're eating like shit, you're not going to the gym, you're not drinking well, drinking water, good water, you're not sleeping. You're gonna be really bad at sales. Like
Mm.
it's very hard to overcome that. Like your biology always beats psychology. So yeah, you want to have routines that you lock into outside of sales. You know, I read this book can't remember what the book was, but maybe it was just an article. But they said they took people that have mental illnesses, and all they did was make it so that they went to sleep and woke up at the same time. And like 50% of them just their mental illnesses just went away. It's crazy.
Their mental analysis.
Like illnesses, like mental illnesses, like depression,
okay.
anxiety, over like, maybe not crazy ones like schizophrenia or something, but maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like I would call it like you want to have like an ecosystem of positive emotions so that when you're showing up to the call, you're able to be present. You're not worrying about anything, and you're totally certain. You have like a rock solid sense of certainty of like, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. I'm not trying to think ahead and have the perfect questions line up. I'm just going to have 10 out of 10 certainty that no matter what they say, the next question that comes out of my mouth is going to be perfect because I'm listening to them, I'm tuning into them, and I'm not going to be judging them. I'm going to be curious. Um, I'm going to be a leader. Leadership is like challenging things head on that are like obvious rationalizations or excuses or BS, right? Like if you don't challenge people's limiting beliefs like directly, like like they start telling you some stuff of like whatever the situation is, it comes up in the end. Like they get away with giving you BS early and you don't like address it head on. Turns into BS at the end of the call. Like, I got to talk to my wife who doesn't even exist. Um,
Do you also visualize the end of the call before
yeah.
it starts? Yeah, like it's
Yeah. So
closing.
before you hopped in, I was saying that I do that at night. I was saying that um, it, the day.
Visualize?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So like
Mm.
basically, I have like a notebook where I'll write out hour by hour by hand, like my prospects who I have when I do what. It's like scheduling my week, right? And I usually update it the night before with my calls for the next day, and then I will visualize that person's name because I wrote it out by hand. I remember it. I'll visualize that person showing up and being a good prospect, signing up, having the money to sign up, paying in full, and like me posting in the wins channel or like the new client channel, like, hey dude, like welcome this guy. He's gonna crush it and being super excited. And for sure that's a good thing. Like you can just do that every night that you can try it. Like, results. I'm not guaranteeing this, but in general, it will increase your show rate. Not always, but like it typically does.
I used to visualize my baseball games beforehand, and I would play a lot
Yeah,
better.
exactly.
Hit
Yeah.
way better. So that makes a lot of sense.
Dude, do it for
This
sales.
is even more about this means way way more too.
Yeah, like
I was at junior college.
exactly. Like no matter like let's say that there's parts of the call that you're just really nervous with the price drop. Like, it's it's 10K. Just like visualize yourself in the app. So the investment's 10K. The person's like, awesome, cool. What card would you like to put that on? You just like mentally rehearse it and they go, yeah, Visa, cool. Awesome. I'm here's the link, or like, I'm ready for the 16 digits when you are. And just visualize yourself winning. So many people do the opposite. They visualize the person saying no, and they feel anxious ahead of time, and then it turns into a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Definitely guilty of that.
Definitely.
Definitely. But that's a easy switch.
Also, you're caring more for the prospect if you do that. That if you don't, if you visualize them winning and doing it, it's like you're actually taking time to giving them like positive energy
Yeah,
inside of So
totally. Yeah.
while not doing, wouldn't you do it if that makes a difference, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for like actually caring about the prospect, like actually listening to them, actually giving a shit, actually serving them. It's not just something that you're like, because I struggled with this for a while. Where I'm like, I care about my prospects. I really like, I'm like, do I really though? Like, uh,
Yeah.
so I mean, that stuff helps a lot. I probably visualized Jacob showing up to the call and buying when can almost guarantee I did.
Yeah.
uh,
You guys, do you get information on like you just like
no, I might
you
have
don't
your
know
Instagram.
nothing?
Yeah, I don't know shit about you, dude.
That's
Um,
crazy. I have it recorded, by the way, so I watch it occasionally.
oh yeah.
It's funny. It's funny because Boris comes in and he looks. I see him when I look down. He's like celebrating that I'm close.
Yeah, dude. I was actually just thinking how crazy it was that in like what month did you join? July? June?
August,
August.
July or August. Yeah, I think it was August.
I think I was kind of
I
thinking
think
how crazy it
July.
was in July. I made like
It's July.
32 grand commissions. In closing, you broke ass videographers, dude.
Hey, I had money. Not after I that was everything in my bank account though. I used it.
Yeah. Oh, it worked out
I was
well. How
definitely
much did you made? How much would you say that you made roughly since you joined?
150.
There we go. It worked out.
I got it. It's my first time.
All right, let's crack into this one.
Oh,
Jacob Killer.
one note is I didn't like ask any rapport because he was like late to the call because he was trying to get Google Meet. So he called me. So I spoke to him on the phone a little bit. We like blah blah blah
Okay.
blah. All right, cool. I'll see you on the call. And then he joins, and then this is like, but
All right. Who's this guy?
client
First
success
time using this.
manager. He
First time.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because I had
No
sent you a link,
worries.
but I didn't know if you could hear me or not, and I went back to text you to let you know if you could hear me.
cool. Gotcha. Cool. Let me know when you're ready to rock in the business.
Okay, ready to rock and roll, dude. What credit card do you want? Oh,
Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm waiting on you.
Oh yeah. Just let me know when you're ready to rock. We can get right into business.
Oh, I'm good. I gave my daughter some juice. I gave her a tablet. I'm good.
Cool. Cool.
let me know when you're ready. Okay, yeah. I mean, are you ready to jump right in or whatever? Minor things.
Definitely excited to dive deep into your business and your story today. Like I mentioned, the whole point of this call is to get clarity of exactly what you're looking to accomplish with the business. And if that aligns with what we have going on, we'll just get into all the details.
All
That
right.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Vivian, in your opinion, what would you say is the biggest challenge when it comes to growing the business right now?
Pretty good. Pretty
I'm just
good.
filling in my chairs Tuesday through Thursday.
I would probably pause and let him keep talking.
Those are my
Filling in your
schedules.
chairs.
Because it's like, okay, so what? So what's going on okay, so you're not filling in your chairs Tuesday through Thursday, so 2 days out of the week. What's going on in the business because of that? Why is that a problem? 3 days of the week. Tuesday, oh yeah. Math's not an exact science, dude. Okay, so 3 days of the week you don't have either clients in your chairs or you're not at full capacity. Or like I don't know. Like I want to make sure that I think that you would have kept talking if you would have just not said anything. But anyway,
Chairs Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah, I don't have a problem Friday through Sunday.
So Tuesday, so 3 days of the week, you're struggling to fill the chairs.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, immediately going into like how long have you been struggling? It's too early. You want to get more data. Okay, so give me an example. Like this past Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, how many clients did you have uh, on those 3 days? Okay, and how does that compare to the rest of the week? Okay, got it. So you had blank.
Small note. He is the owner and his clients. I mean, the barbers in the shop are like, so his the other people that rent boots from him. So
Okay.
it's those guys.
Okay. So how much does your store generate on a fully busy day? Let's say Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And how does that compare to a Tuesday Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, got it. So you're making about $700 a day on your busy days and about 300 on your slow days. Is that accurate? Got it. So that sounds like you're basically losing X amount of revenue every single month. Right. I guess what is, you know, let me ask you this question. Like, how long has that been going on for? Okay, so you've been in the situation where over the past 2 years, you haven't been able to fill up or you've been losing X amount of dollars every single month. And what's going on as a result of that? What sort of impact is that having on the business? Okay, how long or like what have you tried to solve the problem? Why hasn't that worked? Or what, like, why haven't you done anything? Or like, why now are you looking to do something? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
And what is not being able to fill those shares doing to the business right now?
There you go. Good
And
stuff.
what is not being able to fill those shares?
You would want to get the data first. Like, this is almost like asking like a why question before the what, even though you technically asked it as a what question. Like, get the data first and then, and then go into like the how long, what's it doing to the business. Like, you don't have, we don't actually know the problem. So when you say, okay, so you're struggling to fill chairs, what do you mean you're struggling? Like, what's going on specifically? How many chairs did how many chairs do you have? How much money do you make? Blah, blah, blah. What are the numbers? Okay, got it. Makes sense. Okay, so as a result, you could be making 7,000, but you're only making 4,200 a month. How much of that's profit? Okay, how much do you take home from that? Oh, okay, interesting. So it's only 1,500 a month you're paying yourself. Yeah. I guess what's going on is, is only making 1,500 having an impact on you or your personal life in any way? Do you have another job? Like, how are you making money? Oh, okay, got it. So like this, okay, makes sense. You know what I mean? So there's just like a ton of data that you could have gotten before you went into these questions. These guys sent me their call script. Theirs is like, okay, like the base level problem, having data, curiosity, asking multiple questions, truly learn about the problem. And then how long has it been going on for? Then what impact is it having? And then why now? What happened? Anyway, these guys that wanted me to sell for them, they sent me their script.
Well, I don't know. My barbers have been with me for a long time, but I guess it's just depressing, really. I want my barbers to make money,
Depressing for who? You or your barbers? That's a good question. Hey, who's it depressing for? You or your barbers? What's going on that makes you say it's depressing? Like you just want this guy's like kind of like closed off. He's like get him talking. We just got to get this guy like spilling his guts about like how shitty what's going on. Like he's just like, just playing his cards close to his chest.
So right now your barbers aren't making money?
On those days, no. Weekends, yeah.
They're making no money on those days. And as a result, who else isn't? This guy.
My barbers have been with me for a long time, but I guess it's just depressing, really.
Yeah. So like, what's going on? Are his barbers leaving? Is he wanting to open a second barber shop, but he can't do that because he's not having the money? Like, is it affecting his personal life? What do you mean it's depressing? Obviously, it's depressing him, but I'm going to ask him, like, who's it depressing for, you or your barbers? Oh, well, me. Okay, why? Oh, well, dude, like, like my barbers are always complaining to me and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Really, I want my barbers to make money,
So right now your barbers aren't making money?
On those days, no. Weekends, yeah, but no, Tuesday to Thursday is pretty slow for us.
And are your barbers reliant on what you do in order for them to make money?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I still think it would have been more powerful to like get the brass tacks, as we call it. Like your barbers aren't making any money. So like get the numbers, dude. Like how much money did you make this week? Okay, or like how much money did you make yesterday? How much money did you make the day before? Like give me the rough average between like your slow days and your busy days. Is it literally zero to like not zero, or is it like, big number to small number? Like what does that look like? Okay, and what is the problem? Is what's going on with your barbers? When you say it's depressing, what exactly about it is depressing? Okay, so they're not making money. So what? What's going on that makes that depressing? Well, dude, they're like complaining about leaving. They're looking at other jobs. Da 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 da. Have any left yet? Yeah. Oh, really? How many left? I lost two guys. How many total do you have? Six. Okay. When did you lose the two guys? Oh, one just left a month ago and one left six months ago. Huh. When the last one left, what went through your mind? I'm like, well, dude, like maybe I'm a shitty business owner. Maybe I don't know. I got to figure my shit out. Okay. Why do you think this is happening? Like, why do you think you're not getting enough butts and chairs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? Well, I don't know. Okay, if you had, let's pretend you did know. Why do you think it is? uh, I guess I'm not marketing. Okay. Any particular reason why you're not? I don't know how to do it. Got it. And so, how long has this been going on for that you haven't known how to do marketing to fill up these chairs? Well, at least 6 months. Ah, yeah, dude. Since I opened the place. Okay, when was that? 4 years ago. Okay, gotcha. How much do you think it's cost you in, you know, dollars and cents for you not to know marketing? Well, we don't have to guess. We can just add up the difference. Suppose you were full every single day. How much is that number per month? Okay, that's that's 5K a month. That's 60K a year. That's 60 times four. That's $240,000 over the past 4 years. Fair to say you're going to keep losing 60K every single year and other barbers potentially if you don't solve this. Yeah. And continue being depressed. Is that something that you're willing to do? No. Why not? Well, da, da, da. Okay. Well, why now do you want to why now do you want to change this? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So you said that you didn't know how to do marketing. How many companies did you reach out to get help? None. Considering this problem has cost you 240K and you lost two barbers and you're depressed, why haven't you done that? Or do you think that would help you solve do you think reaching out to somebody would help you solve the problem? Yes. Okay, so why haven't you done it? Boom, ownership. Now we can just be like, are you going to keep doing that? No. Why not? Why now are you going to do something different after 4 years? Was there a turning point? What happened? Tie him down. Why, if you do you feel like my strategy of Instagram ads and content is what you need to fill up your chairs? Oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and why do you want to work with me? Or what did you see with what I'm doing, which made you interested in working with me? Oh, it's this and that. Okay, got it. And pretty much pitch them.
Or doing whatever it takes to get their chairs full. Yeah, because I mean, they look at me for leadership. I even have meetings with them. I have like.
So anyway, this question here, it's an interesting question. I don't think I would have asked it.
And are your barbers reliant on what you do in order for them to make money? I would say yeah. Okay, so you're since you're the shop owner, the expectation is that you are marketing or doing whatever it takes to get their chairs full. Yeah, because I mean, they look at me for leadership. I even have meetings with them. I have like little seminars and I teach them how to further increase their clientele. I tell them not to always rely on me as the owner, but they have to do marketing themselves, pass out business cards, go and meet people. So what's it called? I guess networking,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Since they rely on you to be that leader, and right now it seems like these last few months it's not been happening for at least Tuesday through Thursday. Have any of them expressed their frustrations?
Since they rely on you to be the leader, and right now it seems like these last few months it's not been happening for at least Tuesday through Thursday. Have any of them expressed their frustrations? I mean, dude, he's I feel like there's a jump here in logic. So since you're the shop owner, the expectations that you're marketing or doing whatever it takes to get their chairs full. Yes, he agrees to that. And then, okay, so since they rely on you to be that leader, okay, right now it seems like these last few months it's not been happening. And then you pull your punch massively here.
Yeah.
You could have just said, okay, so have you been that leader, the person who's taking care of marketing, filling up those chairs? But I guess he already said how long it's been going on for, but over these last X months that you said that this has been a problem. No, I haven't. Okay. Why not? Where do we go? Also, this one, have any of them expressed their frustrations? Have any of them left? Have you lost any people? Has anything changed for now you are ready, like you now you need to be that leader rather than you kind of like just this is like a kind of like you digging. So is anything going on as a result of them not making money on those days? You could just use that for him to tell you versus this is kind of like leading. It's like it's implied, so it's not that bad, but it is leading. Yeah. It's like you like digging for pain versus you leaving it super open. Where it's like, okay, so I get that they're not making money Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's been that way for a while, but like what's going on right now in the business that actually makes that a problem? Oh, well, dude, they're pissed at me. What do you mean they're pissed at you? Well, dude, like they're threatening to leave. When you say they, how many have threatened to leave? 3. How many do you have total? 6. Have any left? Well, one guy has said he's going to leave next week. Okay. What impact will that have on the business if he leaves? How much money does he bring in? How much money does each person bring in? Okay, so this is going to cost you, 2,500 a month when these guys leave.
Mm.
Can you like snap your fingers and get another barber in there? No. Interesting. So you're gonna because you don't have marketing and you're not keeping these guys paid and fed, really, it's like you're about to lose, 1/6 of your income. So anyway,
It's so slow. And I'm like, dang, you're right. It's pretty slow. I need to do something about it. So whenever my barber says something, I have to, yeah. They're like, dang, it's slow. It's so slow. And I'm like, dang, you're right. It's pretty slow. I need to do something about it. So whenever my barber says something, I have to take what they're saying into consideration because if not, one of my barbers could be leaving. But so far, everybody that works for me now has left 2 or 3 times. They've all returned to me because so far my shop has more walk-ins than all of them.
okay, you have to address that because that's a massive objection. My shop they've all came back, right? In other words, he's saying I don't have to solve this problem. Well, they've all left because my shop has so many walk-ins. Well, if it has so many walk-ins, how come we're even talking? Why don't they have any walk-ins on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? Anyway, well, it sounds like since you have so many walk-ins that you don't really need marketing. I mean, you could, if you want to like push it.
The barbershops that they have tried. So, but even then, I don't feel satisfied.
Okay, even then, I don't feel satisfied.
100 to 200 a day is not. I want to see 200 to 300 a day.
This guy only makes 100 to 200 bucks a day. What's he talking about?
Tuesday to Thursday. So even if each of my barbers can gain an extra $100 a day, that's 300 extra a week. That goes a long way. Times 4 weeks in a month, that's an extra 1,200 a month. So I want to help them out. So yeah.
So for how many barbers are at your shop right now?
I have 2 shops. At the first one I have 6, and at the second one I have it's 5 of us.
5 of us. So he's still cutting hair at the second shop. Interesting.
So 5 and 6, and then are both of the shops having the same problem?
Yeah, Tuesday through Thursday. Yeah, it's pretty slow at both.
Interesting. Are they both at the same location? No. So how come, so interesting they both have good walk-in rates, but the same problem in different locations. That's odd.
Okay. So you got 11 total. And for each of you guys, if you guys were busy through those days, an extra 1,200 a month. So it's costing the business an extra 13K a month, not having those shares filled every single month.
Yeah.
Been going on for how long?
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Pop quiz, just pause. Why does he need to change this now? What's the pain?
I feel like he hasn't said it yet. Like
Exactly.
there's no.
He hasn't.
Why he
He
needs to change
hasn't.
this now.
There's no burning problem yet. Because
Yeah.
he's like, well, they could leave. Some of them have left, but they come back because my shop has da da da. But I'm not satisfied. But da 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 is like. So I would be like, listen, dude. It sounds like you don't. Like you. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, okay, so I've gathered that you're losing 13 grand a month. It's like depressing for your barbers because there's days where they're not making money. There's extra money they could be making. Some of them leave, but they come back. I'm just not seeing how this is a burning problem that you need to solve right now. What am I missing? Well, actually, it is a burning problem because this. And you're like, oh shit, that makes sense. Or he might be like, well, yeah, I guess it's not. It's not, but I wanted to get this done anyway. Well, dude, in my experience, people that don't have a burning problem aren't going to have the level of commitment they need to follow through and not just invest with me, but like take action and get results. So like help me help you. Like, is there a bigger reason why you need to change now other than this? Because I'm just not feeling like it's that big of a deal to you. Maybe I'm missing something. Well, yeah, da 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 da. Like, is there something like how much money are you making take home? We're talking about your barbers, but oh my God, this machete guy, give it a rest. We're talking about his barbers, but who gives a fuck about his barbers? Like it's his business. Like, how is that his barbers affecting him? Like everything's like you. Like that's why he's going to buy. Like it's like, well, if my barbers leave, he's like, it's depressing. Like, are you depressed? Like, are you losing money? Are you like, I don't know, what's going on with you? Like, we have to put the mirror onto him, not his barbers, to turn up the heat and like put the pressure on this guy
That makes sense.
and the ownership. So, like, what have you done to solve this? How is this affecting you? And like, what's your bottom line going on? Like, tell me, like, what's the vision here? Are you trying to have another shop? Are you like, what are you trying to do? Like, what does it mean for you to actually fill up these 3 chairs for all of your barbers and like stop burning that 13 grand a month, which is 100 and whatever math, 156K a year. I mean,
Given that you mentioned that you're needing to do something, what are some things that you've done up to this point?
okay. Did he say that he needs to do something specifically? He says, I don't feel satisfied.
No, he didn't. He did not
Like,
say he needs to do something.
I don't feel satisfied is not the same as I need to do something.
To do something.
It's a long way off.
No.
I get that you're not satisfied, but is there any particular reason why you need to change this now? And you could just say, like, dude, like, you want to break the fourth wall. Like, well, to be honest, I'm trying to see if you have a burning problem or not. Why? Well, not just to sell you, but because in my experience, the clients that do best that come into my program, they have a big need why they need to change. And that is what propels them and gives them the energy to take action on a new marketing strategy, on something they've never done before, and go off to get great results. So do you have anything like that? And it's okay if you don't. You don't have to lie to me. Well, because I also know that you're on a sales call and people don't just show up to sales calls without a burning problem.
Yeah.
You just assume it's there.
I'll say this only because everything is super valuable and my wife is definitely texting me. But
yeah.
But what I'll say is he definitely eventually He eventually tells me that he at one point had 7 barbers leave all at once.
Shit.
Um, he ended up having 7 barbers leave all at once, and it fucked up his. He had to sell everything. He had to sell his car, his gold chain. He had to cut back significantly on his lifestyle, and that was about a year ago.
When was okay? So considering that happened a year ago, why is he on call today?
And then he figured something out in December that that this is the way he needs to go.
Yeah.
And then
Is there a part of this call you want us to review really quick?
I think I really fumbled after price drop.
All right, we'll put it back on. After the old fashioned price.
And I definitely need to review my pitch immediately. So that's today gonna happen.
Yeah, I'll write you a new one. Just pay me 20 grand.
Oh yeah. Also, we're in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of the price drop.
You get to a phone call or some shit?
His daughter walks in. Daddy, I need juice.
I would honestly be like, hey, like obviously family comes first. Like you need to go and be with your daughter. Totally fine.
He did that.
You want to jump back on
5 minutes
in like an hour.
He did that and he came back on after 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so the investment, there's 2 different options. It's either 3 months or 6 months of that one-on-one support, creating the content and giving you guys the scaling systems that we're talking about. And it's either 6K or 10K.
You know, my buddy is like told me this metaphor that he used for selling. It wasn't exactly the same type of offer as what you guys are selling, but they have 3 different price points. It's like 4K, 12K, and 16K, or it's like 5K, 10K, and 16K, or something like that. And naturally, you think like, I gotta like come up with different ways to explain it and justify this one versus this one. But he's like, well, have you ever flown like first class? You know, like first class, business class, or economy? What's the difference? You're going to the same place. Oh, well, first class, you get way more service and it's more like blah, 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 and it's way comfortable and da, da. Right. So we basically have the same thing. Do you want to go from here to here first class or like in economy? I did. I want to go there first class. Okay, cool. Then you need this one. It's 16K. And so, yeah, I spoke to a guy. Funny enough, I pitched this guy and he totally wanted to do it. And then he got into a car accident later that day after I was supposed to call his wife. He's a nurse though. I'm like, the tables have turned. Nice guy. But anyway, the metaphor I use for him is like, well, because we have a 9,800 and 15K. I'm like, well, one's for 4 months and one's for the year. Like the difference is 4 months is like enough time to go from like sick to like healthy, you know, but like the year is enough time to go from like healthy to like superhuman or like good to great. You know, like I think I would probably play around with something like that. Like 3 months is go from like subpar to par or like good to great, something like that. Is there like, or like some type of like something around scaling?
I definitely need to spend the time on the pitch and the offer because what you said to Chris earlier made a lot of sense to me too. It's the way I pitch, it makes it seem less valuable than what it really is.
Yeah.
And same thing with well, it's just 3 or 6 months. Well, I might as well just go with 3 months versus what you just mentioned. It's like,
or it's like, hey, all my clients that did big numbers, they worked with us for at least 6 months. They worked with me for at least 6 months. Depends like how far you want to go and how much support do you want.
Yeah, so the investment, there's 2 different options. It's either
like doing math.
Yeah, for 3 months, it's
It could be less if you. So it's most of our clients they pay this upfront, but if you wanted to break it up into monthlies, you could use like Affirm. And I've seen you get as low as like $300 a month.
Okay. My credit is not good at all.
Okay.
I think Affirm and those they go based off of your credit.
They do. Is there something that you want to break it up into monthlies?
Yeah, it would probably have to be monthly. Let me see. Weekly comes out to $500 a week. How many videos would I get? Is this like a weekly video, or what am I paying for exactly?
Like,
that has to
it's
do with
not
my pitch.
it's not
That's what I'm
$500.
saying.
Yeah. Honestly, like I would probably just pick like one or the other, dude. Like pick 6 months. Like I used to sell a high ticket trumpet program, and the way that we pitch it would be it's crazy. It was like 7,500 for the year. And these are like senior citizens that join the call. Like 7,500 for the year. And then they would like have to objection handle them down. And they'd be like, well, I can't do that. I was like, well, what if we met in the middle and we did 4,800 for 6 months? And usually that would get them. And then sometimes we're like, all right, well, what if we did 4 months for like 2,800? If they're like super, super broke or whatever. It was like a hard one to sell. I know nothing about trumpet. But we started high and then kind of like objection handle them on the value of, in your case, maybe 12K or 10K for a longer time frame. They're like, well, what if we just did this? And they're like, okay, cool, I'll do that. Or more likely, you'd be like, oh, I closed the guy for 12K on 6K down and then 2 payments of, 3K over 3 months versus 6 payments of 2K or whatever. So I collected way more money up front, shorten my time frame. Like I think you should always, if you're not getting PIFs, it should be 10K paid in full for 6 months or 12K if you split it up. So you're incentivizing them to pay you up front.
Oh yes. So the next system here is we'll talk about
That would be.
I've seen you get as low as like $300 a month.
Okay. My credit is not good at all.
Okay.
I think Affirm and
I feel like
You
I
go
should
based
go
off your credit. How much is your credit? Like, is your credit above 700 or does it need some work? Okay, what is your credit?
520.
520. And so he could probably get approved for Clarity Pay, maybe. But Clarity Pay takes
tried it.
20%. It takes 20% of your shit, which sucks.
Yeah, I didn't even think. I was like, if it's 520, I don't know if he's gonna get approved for 6K, and I'm not giving a down payment for 2K on Clarity Pay.
Yeah. So that would be 2K a month. No, I mean, no, it's 10K paid in full. Most of my clients paid up front. Is that something you're able to do? No. Okay, what were you thinking? Oh, well, could you do, 5K down and then another payment of 1,000 30 days later? Or could you do like,
Sure.
we do 7,500 down and then 2,500 30 days later? Like sometimes they'll just throw out way better terms than you would have. Because I would just go for my lowest. I'm like, well, I could split it up over like 6 months or like 4 months.
Definitely done that. I definitely did that last week, the 10K, and I was like, yeah, we can split it up over the next 4 months. He probably would have paid way more than 2,500.
Yeah, and like it's even worse for your model because your model is front loaded. Like the work is front loaded instead of evenly distributed or like back loaded. Like all the work that you're doing is up front, so you should be collecting like 50 to 75% upfront. Minimum 50% upfront. And then split the rest equally. Right? Like if you close for 6 months and it's a 10K, you put 5K down. I don't care if you pay me $1,000 a month every single month after, as long as I'm collecting 50% up front. And then going for the higher price tiers, like the 6 months. Because you can always downsell to 6 months.
It could be less if you. So it's most of our clients. Is this something that you want to break up into monthlies?
Yeah, it would probably have to be monthly. Let me see.
So it starts with the one local ad.
Is this like a weekly video, or what am I paying for exactly?
Paying per video.
A weekly video? No, dude. Like you're getting the
I'm
same
not
system
paying
I just
per
walked you through.
videos.
I mean, dude, you're getting the exact same system I just walked you through. Did are you sure you understood what I was, putting down?
So
What am I paying for exactly? Dude, you're paying for every single person in so and so place that you live who's a barber or who needs a good haircut to see your barbershop and to fill up your seats for Tuesday to Thursday to make you an extra 13K a month. That's what you're paying. You're paying for the removal of the fact that nobody knows who you are and you have to rely on walk-ins. That's what you're paying for. Like, it's not about the videos, stupid. Right? Like, oh
Not
well,
about
like
the videos.
my little cousin Johnny, or like, my freaking niece Becky, she can do videos for less than that. Yeah, but she's not going to solve the problem because she's retarded. Um, he's doing some math real quick. Here's the math you got to do, dude. This is costing you 13 grand a month, every single month. How much longer do you want to keep throwing 13 grand away and then having situations where 7 of your barbers leave at once? Yeah, so this guy got like way too focused on the deliverable.
Recording in progress.
What the heck? Oh, I guess Jacob had to go.
I had to join on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving, but I'm listening.
Yeah, well, not like too much to put out. This guy just got way too focused on the deliverables, not the result. It's like, well, how many videos is it? Who cares? So you're paying for the strategy that's going to mean that you're not going to burn 13K every month. You're not going to keep losing barbers and be depressed. You're not going to have to worry about, another blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be having to sell all your shit because all your barbers left because of why? You don't know how to market yourself and get attention and all that. Yeah, this guy's just asking a bunch of stupid questions. Like, well, like, what do I get? Like, you definitely, I'm sure you explained all this to him. So maybe your pitch really does suck, or you just didn't explain it right, where he really got it. So
I think
that
my
to me,
pitch does suck.
yeah,
I don't.
I wrote an ad today, which is like, it's not that your marketing sucks, dude. It's just like, here, let me read out the copy for you. This is my ad. Let me know if you would click on this, Jacob. Okay.
All right.
Your ads are working, calls are booking, but you're closing at 20% when you should be at 40%, and you know it. If you're a high ticket coach, consultant, or agency owner doing at least 30K a month, this is for you. The problem isn't your marketing, it's that you don't have $1 million pitch. $1 million pitch means that by the end of the call, people aren't objecting. They're asking, how do I sign up? But right now, you're hearing, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my wife who doesn't even exist. And every other reason, that means they weren't even sold to begin with. Book a call with me. I'll audit your entire sales process and your pitch, and I'll show you exactly what's broken, how to fix it. Whether you work with me or not, after that, you'll walk away with clarity. Link in the bio. Maybe you could use a bit of tweaking.
It definitely seems like you use the data that we talk about daily. All the problems that we talk about, all the objections that we hear that would have been fixed had we been better salespeople.
Yeah. All right, guys. I've gone on for way too long. I got to go. I got to hop. But this is fun. Probably do this. I'm not sure about the same time every week. Maybe. I'm definitely going to start doing this at least once a week. So if you have sales calls or sales questions or you want to role play or whatever, that's what we can use these calls for.
Thank you, Ben. This was helpful. This was great to see.
Very helpful.
Awesome, man. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I will catch you all later. Oh, by the way, the recording, I'll figure out something to do with that. Maybe I'll upload it to my YouTube or whatever. If you guys want the recording, just DM me.
Thank you, Ben.
Good. All
you.
right. See you guys.